we are live again. It looks like it's much more stable after a quick reboot. We'll see if that sticks around.
Speaking of nobody.
That's what I have to say about that.
Talking to the ether.
No, it just hasn't updated.
Oh. Is anybody out there?
All right, like we were saying when we were a slideshow, we are going to be playing, hopefully, the last couple of hours of Resident Evil Remake.
Yeah. You don't think they heard any of it before?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Well, that's it. That's Anthony. This is John, and I'm Toad. We're from Porcelain Peak, in case you don't know. But that's probably why you're here.
And we were dropping frames like lens crafters.
Yep.
All right, well, let's get into the game here.
So we're back.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Oh, it's in the same.
And we back.
What's Oh yeah, Randy's back this week.
Yeah.
Off screen. I know everybody was like, "Thank God he didn't come back last week," but unfortunately he didn't.
Yeah, it was
get that
crazy.
done,
Yeah, it was crazy. He didn't show up, and our chat numbers and everything's fucking skyrocketed.
Yeah, it was like 2,000-3,000.
Jesus, I wish.
Couple G's.
Oh, geez.
Couple Jesus.
Now we just got the one G.
Jesus Christ. Very disappointed in
what
what,
do you mean?
Steven?
He's disappointed in your technical abilities as a streamer.
Stuimo?
Sweemo. Well, yeah, why didn't you show up last week, Randy?
Yeah, Randy.
Working my butt off on some top secret video game stuff.
Oh, top secret
Well,
video
you were
game
supposed
stuff.
to be...
Don't get too
Oh,
excited. We were working on
Steven's
our
very
ass off on some
disappointed
top
in
secret
video
games,
video game
Oh,
shit.
Steven's disappointed that you were not here last time.
Oh, Steven, thank you. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, and in all honesty, it was probably one of our slower streams. So maybe having you here really just does something to just shimmy our jimmies.
Was it 2 weeks? You weren't here the week
It
before?
was 2
you
weeks, yeah. The week before, I went up to Washington. And then last
Oh, what are
week,
you doing? What?
seeing a friend.
Secret stuff.
Oh, okay.
My girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to decide how provocative my answer should be, but...
He was laying pipe.
Dipping the old wick in Washington. They call it the Washington wick dip.
That they do.
That's crazy. All right.
We're dropping a ton of frames again.
Crossing the Delaware, as it were.
How do you know?
I can see it at the bottom there.
Wait, what does it say?
So down at the bottom, we're dropping a ton of frames again.
It's got to be an internet problem, bro.
I said the internet is running fine. It has nothing to do with the internet. It has to do with...
Maybe it's Twitch services.
Should we try to reset your internet?
I hope not.
Should we turn off your sound bar?
No, I mean, the soundbar's not doing anything.
Oh, you know what? Did you triple stamp the double stamp?
Oh, you motherfucker.
You
You
can't
can't do that. He's holding his face and like, God damn, that's funny, but I'm pissed.
I'm pissed now.
This is no time for humor.
It says our stream quality is good. Yeah, I'm calling BS. We're dropping 30% of frames right now.
Should we watch on an exterior device?
Right here.
Oh, and that's how you can tell.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're on.
Experiencing temporal displacement.
Oh, it's not even moving on your phone,
No.
Pull that shit up on my phone, and it won't be any different.
Kevin. I have a phone.
Bro, you licking my hand. I thought we were cool. You just wanted
Why?
to talk about.
This makes absolutely no sense.
If you can't hear us at all, we are experiencing some frame droppage for unknown reasons. We're doing our best to correct that. Appreciate everyone sticking her out. Looks like we might have lost some people.
Don't worry, I'm making up for it.
Why?
I'm gonna watch the stream.
Doesn't make fucking sense.
Just give you guys one more view.
I can't even. I don't have his Wi-Fi, so I can't even get on it.
Oh shoot, you're right. I'm gonna be on cellular doing this.
Oh, audio is coming in through clear.
Yeah, it's pretty clear.
But
Yeah, the problem is we're trying to put this thing down, flip it, and reverse it directly onto YouTube after this, so we want to make sure our shit's not or flip and hit from fry 'em.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you're from the Everyman Net. So. What the fuck?
What if while it was choppy, and the audio was choppy too, when we did that, it came out as like the translated reverse sentence, like chopped it back into order. That's like the Matrix, bro. I was thinking about rewatching those too.
Yeah.
Good
yeah,
idea.
yeah. First one still is good.
I
love all three of them, honestly.
So, yeah, I have a soft spot for all three of them. I spent a lot of time obsessed with those movies when I was younger.
Me too.
The entire trilogy and like reading books about the philosophy and all that stuff. But yeah, especially with the new one coming out, I'm hyped.
And Keanu's so good. I was watching something the other day and they did the whole scene of like Trinity when they first meet her. She like climbs up the wall and
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is just they just ripped off the Matrix. But then it was supposed to be.
Yeah, I watched a video today where it was talking about how just in the first 2 years after The Matrix came out, 20 different movies did like parody scenes
Bullet time.
of the bullet time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an integral part of like so many movies now.
Yeah, there's pre-Matrix action movies and post-Matrix action movies.
And then there's
And then
pre-John
post-Born.
Wick.
Or then there's pre and post-Born, and then I think there's pre and post-Wick. I think we've gone through some eras.
Definitely.
Because Born, that was when it was like, okay, now everything's just got to be like, you know, and then Taken started doing, you know, everything's like 14 cuts.
I didn't notice the cuts until Taken. Like they had to do like 6 cuts for Liam Neeson to jump over a fence. Yeah, I was like,
I watched so much like behind the scenes stuff about stunt choreography with like the corridor crew and stuff and they complain about it all the time, like the quick editing. It's like, no, just give us a wide shot so we can see what the fuck is going on. But now, like, I can't stand it in a movie. Like, even watching Mortal Kombat, when the action would start getting like too quick cut, I'd be like, oh my god, what are you doing? This is a fighting movie.
Imitate action when they're not.
well, it's
Yeah.
also so like if the choreography breaks, the actors.
You can hide stuff.
Yeah, you can, like-
yeah.
I've seen it in some movies, and I'm like, that person didn't do that. Like,
You could. What's up? Did it fix?
I did absolutely nothing, and the frames seem to have stopped.
Just dropping.
Yeah.
I'm rolling.
Yeah, the number is going down.
Someone asked me what the name of our show was today, and I told them Porcelain Peak.
Uh-huh.
And she said, "Oh, sounds like Twin Peaks."
Exactly.
I said, "Oh, wow. You're one of them thinkers."
Yeah, but like, how often do you ever
No,
get
that's
anybody
fair.
making that connection? And I don't even know if you made that connection when you came up with the name.
Who's to say? Time will never know.
Could have been liminal or subliminal.
Totally, bro.
You know what I thought of the other day?
How could we?
Whoa, you guys aren't in my mind?
Sometimes.
Yeah, I was thinking about the band Hoobastank and how
Hoobastankin'?
they have a a terrible band name, infamously Hoobastank, and I was trying to think like how would you come up with that name? And I was like, it must have been somebody trying to say scuba tank. That's the only thing I can think of, and said Hoobastank by accident.
I'll give you
Make sure you wear your fucking Hoobastank, and then somebody's like, oh yeah, Hoobastank, that's funny, and then the bros get together and make some jams.
Make some jam.
Who's saying Headstrong?
That's Trapped.
Trapped.
So like, I was like, I didn't know it was another bro band.
Dig you up. Was
Back
Hoobastank a bro
off,
band?
I'll take you right.
I feel like
I don't think Hoobastank was a bro band.
no, maybe they weren't, but I feel like it was like a bridge.
They were the bridge
They
to
were
a
close.
bro band.
They were the
Yeah.
bridge between
It's like
bro and emo, because they
everyone
did
in high
the
school-
reason. I
Yeah.
found a reason.
And they all loved it. And everyone who had to lift a truck like rolled into the high school parking lot and listened to Trapped.
Okay, but outside of the reason, what was the other Hoobastanks? There was like 2 other big Hoobastanks.
Crawling in the dark.
Yeah.
How's that go? Sing it for me.
Crawling in the dark, looking for the
Oh, that's emo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't there another one?
don't remember.
I think.
So Anthony, did you look up the name? Like, you look up everything. Did you not look that up?
I don't remember actually.
All right.
I feel like if I had, I would remember what the story was.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I did see an article though where the lead singer, like years later, now like these days, has said he's like, yeah, we hella regret choosing that name.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, you guys. It's not like you guys have such a big follow. I mean, maybe they do, but I was like, it's not like you guys have such a big following that you couldn't just change it. The fucking Dixie Chicks are now just the Chicks.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you didn't know that? They've been the Chicks for like 2 years now. A year.
Dixie.
They're just why? What's Dixie?
Because Dixie is like a southern thing
Like a regional-
that's like potentially racist and related to like, you know,
Wait, saying someone's a Dixie?
like the Dixie South is like the deep South,
Racist
like
South.
the racist South.
Oh.
They're the racist South chicks. Now they're just the chicks.
Chixie Dicks.
Chicks with.
I didn't say that.
Slow down. We're on stream.
Whoa.
Are we dropping again?
No, it's giving us like every 2 minutes it's giving us a new update saying, oh, you're at like 30% dropped frames. Now you're at 20% dropped frames. Now you're at
Kevin.
15%.
Well, this is nowhere near as interesting, but it says in an interview, the band explained that their name comes from one of the band members' mispronunciation of a German street name. Hoobastank.
Sounds very German.
Mustang.
And they are categorized as post-grunge, alternative rock, new metal, funk metal, ska punk.
Definitely,
I would
like,
not say any of that.
I'm skunk.
Closest to.
I saw this picture and it was
Punk,
a couple at
skunk, wild card.
it was a couple at counseling.
Yeah.
And the counselor had a backwards red hat on,
Mhm.
and it said, "New metal counselor is not about the he said she said bullshit." And I was cracking up. That's funny stuff, John. What are you doing? What are you doing? God.
Alright, well, now that it seems like for the most part our technical difficulties have at least temporarily improved, where the hell am I supposed to go is the question.
I'm tripping because I'm staring at your phone, and your phone is behind what's happening on the screen.
Yeah.
And I look back at the screen, and I don't even know it's real
It's
anymore.
like displacing. Like every time I started doing my workout streams again, and like.
Congratulations, it shows.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. I was like gonna share it to my Twitter, and I'm doing it. I'm just seeing myself like, this is so disorienting.
Yeah, I remember playing in the apartment with like having the camera on the iPhone like mirrored to the TV, and then it went like like into an infinite tunnel, and then I went Candyman.
I felt like you touched the mirror.
Okay.
Candyman.
I felt the fifth one like Candyman's. Oh.
I said Candyman.
You thought?
I said the sweetie man.
It's like on the other side of the
Okay, this one is showing
Blue balls again.
that the room is full because of the kerosene that I never used.
But yeah, we saw Candyman last night.
So,
We did saw Candyman last night.
shotgun.
How did you like it? Was it good?
Yeah, I mean it's good. I think if you like the first one, the original one, this is on par with that.
Yeah. I actually ended up giving it the exact same score on my letterbox as I gave the original.
I'm gonna guess and say
3,
yeah.
2.5.
You're both wrong.
It was more generous.
3.5.
3.5.
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
It's like,
So there's this Candyman, right?
So there's this
Is he
fool.
like a
There's this
chocolate
fool called the
Candyman or is he like a
Candyman.
Sweetie Man.
There's this guy called the Candyman, and
Okay, that's
Candyman
enough times.
can.
because he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good.
We don't have any mirrors.
It
Right
wasn't
there.
very scary. And when I say that, I mean at all.
I'd call it more of a B movie.
Woo!
And we can end the stream right there.
I thought that there was parts of the Night House that were significantly scarier than what I saw during Candyman. But I think between the two, Candyman was a better made movie.
I was genuinely surprised at the
My
back.
house is the one with the female lead.
You got it?
Rebecca Hall.
No, yeah.
I think I saw like a trailer for it on Twitter,
Yeah,
and it was supposed to come out.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be out already.
I
think.
got it.
It looks sick, and I completely forgot about it.
Yeah, you're not to spoil anything. You're in for more of the same.
Which, yeah, if you like the original Candyman, then you won't be disappointed. I think is a good way to say it.
Yeah. I am hungry. Thank you for asking. You just
I
ate food.
I like the
I'm
original
not full.
Candyman. 3.5 out of 5 stars worth.
You told us.
No, I know.
Oh.
I'm just kind of reiterating.
Oh. Call back.
I don't love it. Some people love Candyman. You know?
I have a candy question.
We covered Candy last week and you weren't here.
Well, I have one that you probably didn't talk about.
Okay, hit us with it.
If I did, then
If I had to fuck one, it would be a Snickers, yeah.
oh yeah, I saw some that you talked about your chocolate gamble too.
Chocolate cake.
When you
Yeah.
shit your pants when you were walking that one girl home.
Who's gonna take it home?
Oh, Snickers.
No way.
Yeah. So, Randy wasn't here to talk about it.
I wasn't. I would have had an extra chuckle to that. But
Yeah.
my candy related question. I have it internally, just like I accept it somehow that people are either more inclined to have like chocolates or more inclined to have like
Sour.
Or, like,
sweets,
fruities.
like gummy, fruity, those kind of
Yeah.
things. Like I don't personally love both of them. There are some that I like in each, but I lean more towards chocolate. Do you guys lean, or do you guys just consume?
Do you lean either way, or did you just shove it all in your fat fucking face?
I shove it all in my fat fucking face.
I shove it all in my fat fucking face.
Careful, easy, buddy, easy.
I went up like this. You guys are the ones who are putting your hands out toward me. Don't fucking touch
Easy,
me, bro.
Anthony, easy. Careful, hey.
And the more attention you bring it to it, the bigger problem it is.
So anyway, candy.
Yeah.
Candy.
Yeah.
I love candy.
Only if it's blood. I mean, it kind of depends on who it's. If
Yeah, I'm a mood.
Because I don't usually mix. I'm not like give me chocolate and sour or
So
whatever.
when you get
so
a-
I'll go sour for a jam.
When you get a bucket of Halloween candy, when you went trick or treating, like, what are you like? You're gonna eat something repeatedly, and you're gonna eat it first, and it's gonna be gone first.
You know what I loved? Now and Laters.
Now and later's.
Yes, you can raise your fucking teeth.
I feel like they weren't as hard back then, though.
Oh, dude, they were rocks.
No, that's just because you had better teeth.
My mom lost a tooth. And then she
On
had
an Now and Later?
later after.
That-
It's crazy.
To answer your question,
I think chocolate.
I think
well,
I'm
I was about to answer his question.
Okay, go ahead.
Hella rude.
I'm stopping you.
No, to answer your question, I'm very similar to what you said, where I am like particular to certain brands. I think there are great candies in both categories and shit candies in both categories. Categories.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Categories.
Yeah.
Halloween ones.
And but I don't know. I think I lean more toward like sour fruity candy, but I just love both. So I will actually get a bag of Sour Patch Kids and a bag of like mini Milky Ways or something, and that way I can just get the best of both worlds. And when I get tired of the sour, I switch to the chocolate.
It's either like sour, fruity, or just chocolate. Like I like both. Like I'll gravitate towards both, but I don't like them combined.
It's like different on your
That's too.
palate.
Yeah, it's too weird.
It makes
The textures are too weird.
it gives me a stomach ache.
Yeah.
I like.
That too.
Well, I mean that's a given. I think for any of us.
I
But
don't
then
get stomach aches from chocolate. I get stomach aches from like
Yeah.
gummies and like things like that.
sour candy though, that'll not only fuck up your stomach, but your whole inside of your gob.
I feel like chocolate doesn't give me as much of a stomachache because there's usually something to balance out the sweetness. There's usually like peanuts or something to kind of cut the sugar a little bit.
Yeah.
Like Twix has like the breading.
Waterfalls of caramel.
I do mess with the Sour
Pure
Patch
sugar.
Kids, Steven.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Sour Patch Kids all yeah, Sour Patch Kids are the
Uh-oh. Is that a one
end all
to kill?
be all. If I was stuck on it,
Get shocked.
Is this a new Spider-Man movie? We got
Sour
a
Patch
back.
Kids?
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Sour sweet, get the fuck out of here.
Fruit sour.
Shoot him in the head.
You want some.
Shoot him in his little lizard balls.
Yeah, but if you shoot him in the nuts, he can't go reproduce and make more lizards.
Yep.
Dang, dude, did
Shoot
you
him in his
taste it?
shoot him in his
How they
cloaca.
You're right. They could be like.
Did
What's the
you
word?
taste it?
Did you taste it?
That's the hallway that I just came from.
But yeah, I would say Night House starts off super dope.
And then just kind of plateaus.
Yeah. I would say the first act is tight. Second act drags. Third act tries to pick itself back up, but ultimately it's pretty disappointing.
Man,
A lot of wasted potential, I would say.
it's a bummer because that trailer looks.
Some of it's scary as fuck, though. The beginning, anyway. I was like,
Whoa.
oh shit.
Oh shit, that's a mirror. What are you trying to do now?
So I am trying to find the thing that completes our other emblem, so that way we can go downstairs.
You should go stand and look in that mirror and say,
Don't.
Candyman.
Come in.
I mean, when in Rome.
Is that where Spencer Mansion is?
Thank you, good boy.
It's in Raccoon City, bro.
Candyman.
Yeah, Raccoon City's supposed to be like.
Hey, man.
Fictional East Coast.
Candyman.
I don't want to do this. Don't do this.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Steven. Most horror movies that I watch,
Candyman.
especially like modern horror movies, I feel like just it's all about having a really cool premise and then just not being able to execute on it.
Bye.
Like it just always feels like I go into a movie and I'm like, okay, cool, this sounds like a really sick premise, and then I get to the end of it and I'm like, you got 35% of the way there.
One really cool thing that Night House did is they would zoom in on negative space.
I thought you were starting to say naked. I was like,
Yeah.
zoom in on.
Like,
Negative
it's like,
space.
oh, it's something there, and you're just looking at the negative space, right? And then you would think you see something, and then the negative space itself would shift. It was fucking weird, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what just happened? I'm
Sensational.
scared.
Well, now I'm not gonna be able to pay attention to anything in the movie when I see it.
Like Invisible Man
I'll
used
just
to
be
like.
Yeah.
Didn't Invisible Man just like focus on like things where there was nothing happening to make you be like, it's invisible? It's invisible. He's got to be right there.
Yeah,
Like-
so like that, where you're like drawn into just the room, but then like
You just ate.
the negative space will change, and you're like, wait, what just moved?
Yeah.
And it's scary. But then they overdo it, like they do it a bunch, and I was like, okay, I'm over it now.
What's it?
Perfect example of a couple movies that I feel like wasted their potential
Kevin.
that I watched recently.
You're on.
That's the thing I appreciate Flanagan for. He seems to always follow an idea to its logic. Yeah. I mean, it's because when he thinks up those ideas, he thinks them completely all the way through. You know, from, and you can tell by the way the stuff is edited and put together
Are
and
you
shot.
feeling-
It's like obviously that was all planned ahead of time.
baby.
Not anymore.
Whoops.
Yeah, been there.
It happens to the best of us.
What were those movies, Anthony?
I watched a movie called Bloodthirsty that came out this year.
Is that on Shudder?
I think so, yes.
It's on Shooter.
Don't watch it. It's not worth your time.
Super dope.
Shooter.
Super cool concept. And then everything that was done in it was just, I've seen it. It was basically Raw, if Raw was done shittily. And then one that I'd seen before and then gave a rewatch actually because it was recommended by Michael at We Love Horror was The Innkeepers, the Ty West movie.
Oh yeah.
And that's a movie where I feel like just had so much potential with the setting and the characters
Being Ty West.
and being Ty West and the atmosphere, and then that movie just like does not do anything until the last. I don't know, its scares are good, but they're so few and far between.
Did he do House of the Devil?
Yes,
And we really liked that, right?
yeah, that movie's great.
Is that right?
I'm trying to remember. Yeah.
He also gets shot in the fucking face or neck, and you're next.
Right.
Right in the head and ass.
I watched
Simultaneously.
a movie you recommended, Anthony. The Boy Behind the Door.
Oh yeah,
Was it?
yeah.
Yeah, we're looking for something to watch last weekend. Josh gave me the controller, and I was like, well, good as time as any.
Did you get scared?
He and Amanda were hesitant because neither of them really like stuff with kids,
Oh yeah,
which
yeah.
is fair.
Yeah, no, I completely understand.
And then
Sensitive
it kind of
topic.
started to go toward a direction where I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to watch this.
Yeah.
But then they stray away from a lot of it. It's all implied, which is great.
Yeah,
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's not
I
great.
was like, whoa.
well, I just really appreciated that it didn't go in the direction of just showing you terrible stuff just to show you horrific stuff. Like instead, it was like, okay, your mind is the thing that's going, okay, I know what these kind of people do to kids, and so
Right.
you're imagining what they're going to do, and that makes it scary because you're not getting that confirmation from any of the characters in the movie that that's what's actually happening. Is it's just like, so it's there's that mystery and that tension there.
I feel like
it's
when
just kind of a
movies
go.
when movies do that, it almost makes it like more dreadful. Like what like stuff happening like off camera, like whatever it is, you're just kind of like you're immediately thinking of what the worst case scenario is
Yeah.
for you
It's
personally.
your imagination, so it makes you an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's why I liked Host.
Host, that's
I
the
like-
found footage
I like
one?
Toast.
Yeah.
I
Toast,
think
Host.
it was a lot of hype.
Well, yeah, I watched it like as soon as it came out, and I think also I was fucking desperate for something at least kind of spook me up.
You see
Yeah.
Host, the
So-
internet one?
And it's only like a 60-minute movie or something like
Like a
a
Zoom
or
or
70-minute movie.
I've heard of it. I hadn't seen it though.
It also came out around the same time.
Not the same time.
Oh, I did it.
Oi,
So,
oi, oi.
What happened was
Come out
as
sorry
a
time.
host.
Yeah.
Got my song time is the
So let me
only
ask
song
you this,
one.
Stephen, and to anybody, when you watch movies like that, like scary movies that are supposed to be scary,
Trying to get you, dude.
will you set the mood? Do you turn the lights off? You putting your phone down? You really getting into it? You watching it alone? Because I feel like that changes how the movie goes too.
Well, because like, I always like hear people when they're talking on their podcasts or when they're talking on like Spooky Astronauts. Emma was talking about. She was like, "Yeah, so I'm watching this movie, and then I closed my computer and walked away." And immediately it like broke my illusion because I'm always imagining like if you're into horror movies, you're like fucking sitting down with your old setup and you're getting into it. And I'm like, some people just are cool with watching shit on their like tablets or their phones or whatever.
I only ever do that by necessity.
Well, I used to do it when I was working at a job where I had to do that for our
Right,
31
for
Terror
a Terror
Tales.
Tales.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if I have my way, it's in the dark with Amanda because I like her scaredness gives me bravery.
Yeah, makes you feel
Oh my
tough
God!
for once in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got you, babe.
Even though something ran into the room, you'd like throw her
I got you,
toward
babe.
it.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Independence Day, the second one that came out, when like she's like running around on the ground and there's like an alien attack. It's like the big giant one. I think it's Chris Hemsworth comes back. He's like, "I came back for you, babe." Like, she says that from the jet. She's like she heard it. I was like, that was
Interesting. Watched The Ritual on his phone and still managed to scare the shit out of him.
The Ritual is a really good,
that's a solid horror movie.
underrated horror gem.
I heard the book is like either love it or hate it because I guess it's like it gets kind of off the rails a little bit, but
Kind of seemed that way. Like the movie had ideas that it didn't fully explore that were kind of more out there that I could see coming from a book. It reminds me of like Annihilation is like that, where it's like so different by necessity from the book.
Yeah.
Because there would be, I don't see how you could possibly adapt that book into.
There's like pages of someone just reading letters on a wall, following it down a spiral tunnel. It's like,
It's a
what
tower.
the fuck is happening? Tunnel, tower.
just one vertical.
What the fuck? Is this allowed?
But isn't that what she insists throughout the
Yeah.
story? She's like, it's a tower.
It's hella weird. I want to read the other two though, since we'll never get to
Right.
film versions of
Through
those.
the door.
You know, a movie I feel like it's probably not underrated, but I'm still
Rated?
It's probably rated. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm still not over how much I enjoy it. Was Ex Machina.
Oh, that's one of John's go-tos.
Such a
So
good one.
good.
Yeah. I didn't know that for a long time. I didn't know it's like a retelling of like an old story of like a horror character named Bluebeard.
Ah,
He
interesting.
talks about it in the movie, doesn't he? Talk about Blueberry in the movie?
Does he?
I don't know why that sounds
If
familiar.
it did, it just went right over my head. and I was
Bluebeard?
like, oh,
Chat, go watch
not.
go watch
I don't
Ex
know, but that
Machina right
sounds
now and let us
familiar.
know if Oscar Isaac brings up Bluebeard.
Pull that up on your phone. Leave us on like the TV or a computer.
Annihilation was a much better film than the novel for sure.
You know, I don't think I've rewatched Annihilation since theaters. If I'm being 100% honest, it didn't like it didn't grab something inside me that made me get, like, I enjoyed it when I saw it, but it didn't grab something inside me that made me think, God damn, I gotta go back to that. And I think it's just because, and I've talked about this before, I don't really like Natalie Portman.
Shit.
And she kind of just turns me off of anything she's in. Not physically, like, I think she's a perfectly attractive person, but I think that...
Why are you looking at me when you say all this?
Well, because you're eating and I'm hella hungry, so... so I'm kind of just like... I'm watching you enjoy that, yeah.
He's not looking
He
at
starts
you, girl.
drooling.
He's looking at that plate.
He's like, yeah, I'm not very into Natalie Portman. Drool line.
I'm also trying to make a concerted effort to talk toward the microphone, because, and I meant to bring this up, I noticed in editing these videos, if I'm turned or like you're turned like this, then this is not, then we get very quiet. So just trying to make a concerted effort to talk in that direction. So that's why I was facing you. My train of thought about Annihilation. Oh.
You don't like Natalie Portman?
I don't like Natalie Portman very much. But maybe Thor, Love, and Thunder will change my mind.
Yeah, hopefully it's not Thor, Love, and Blunder.
Thor, Love, and Thundercats.
I think also Annihilation was marketed weirdly.
It was.
I don't even remember how that movie was marketed.
It was marketed as like a horror movie.
Oh, let's spook 'em up.
And it's really not.
That man, bear, pig scene.
Yeah, the man, bear, pig scene was super tight. Half man, half bear, pig.
Snacks.
Oh, baby snakes. But we killed the mama.
Yeah, did you watch Devs, though? D-E-V-S, Devs?
Or is it?
Steven? Because Alex Garland did that.
Yeah.
And we talked about it on the podcast.
You're not a real fan? Or... Because, not to spoil anything, but I might have to be taken back to some awards. Speaking of, did you put that together?
I am gonna do it tonight when we're done.
We might have to rip out to help them.
I don't imagine it's gonna be a problem. I don't think they're paying close enough attention to us in general.
Do you think we would have gotten de-sponsored already, based on our content? Unsponsored?
I think that's what they want to talk about.
No, she said that she wanted to.
Well, I think that means you're not doing enough.
It's probably going to be like, hey, record some new segments and don't just keep playing the same one over and over again.
Or post to social media. We should do that, though.
Yes.
Do like a...
And yes, Stephen, it is a... it's a... like a limited, like a 6-episode or 8-episode series. I don't remember which, but
it's not perfect, but it's pretty damn good.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think if you like Alex Garland, you'll enjoy it. And yeah, it's a short series. You can blow through it super quick. I think it's on Hulu.
And Nick Offerman, as not Ron Swanson, I think it would be hard to get past.
It's not.
He wrecks it, dude.
To get back to the conversation of
Candies.
Of posting stuff on socials, I don't want to do that on Instagram.
For that?
I just don't like the idea of like posting sponsored stuff on our page. It just seems like if that's the only thing, like if it's just like purely a post that's a sponsored thing, to me it kind of like feels weird. I don't know.
I mean, that's just where we have a lot of following. So if we're trying to get someone that's on there that's not listening.
I just know it rubs people the wrong way. I'm like, oh, okay, now you guys are selling out to BetterHelp. Like they're not coming to our page to see a BetterHelp ad. For the podcast, they're already there.
Yeah.
And they're.
I see what you're saying. Like, why spam it on every single.
Yeah, I'm like, we can put it on the Facebook. We can do some other stuff, but we just don't get a lot of traction anywhere but Instagram. And unfortunately, I'm like, I could do like, I would feel comfortable doing like maybe a post about it, but that's not going to do us any good. So yeah, what's the point of doing one at all?
The thing is, like, I feel like it's more visible on the podcast itself because people don't like go to your Instagram and then look through all of your old posts. They just look at like the most recent like 5, whatever's on your page when they land.
Yeah.
But like with the podcast, people are like, oh, this is a sick podcast. I want to start it from the beginning. That's the inclination. So like, it makes more sense from a sponsor's point of view to just grow a podcast.
Yeah. Well, I mean, see what she says when we meet with her.
Yeah. That's because you're not fucking crazy, Steven. There are people who will just go and listen to the show, and not necessarily our show. I'm sure there are people like that, but a lot of shows. I even do it sometimes if it's a movie.
Oh, that's fair.
If it's a movie where I'm like, I don't really care that much about this. I'll listen to like my favorite podcasters talk about whatever the movie is. The guys that I usually listen to, the guys on We'll See You in Hell, fucking hated The Green Knight. They like railed on it.
I disagree with that.
No fucking way.
Never. I thought The Green Knight was a good time.
I do think
It's
that
beautiful to look at, but if you're making a movie for people to go see, like, it doesn't give you anything to. Like, I guess it's just not for a mainstream audience, and it seems like they marketed it for a mainstream audience.
yeah, I didn't see any of the marketing, so it was hard for me to say whether it lived up to the marketing because I purposely didn't watch any trailers for it or anything.
Yeah, I'm not into movie trailers. We've talked about this several times. I think movie trailers, unless it's something that you're not sure if you want to see, they just don't have a lot of value.
It's good if it's something I've never fucking heard of,
Mm-hmm.
and a trailer comes on in the theater or something, and I'm like, cool. Well, like, I never would have known this. Like, Antlers was like that.
Yeah.
And I probably wouldn't have remembered it was ever coming out if that trailer hadn't popped up before the movie yesterday. Now I'm going to be going and searching and making sure that I know when it comes out and stuff. So that kind of stuff I'm cool with. But yeah, when it's something like a big Marvel movie or whatever, it's like I don't need to see the trailer because everybody already knows everybody's going to be there.
Did you guys see that
Except
movie
for Spider-Man.
Prospect with Pedro Pascal?
I did.
I thought it was sick, and the only reason I even knew about it was because I saw an obscure trailer for it somewhere. And then I was like, oh, when's this coming out?
Yeah.
And it was like only in like one theater in California. It's like, okay. It's
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I liked it a lot.
I did too. It was,
Neat little sci-fi concept.
for how indie of a film it was really good.
Yeah, and that's kind of what
I'm 100% in that camp.
That's what I was gonna say. Not that specifically, but what I was gonna say. Steven is like, yeah, I think that a lot of people are getting to a point where the A24 like style is wearing thin.
Yeah.
And I think like if you're people in our camp where like, I will even say I don't think The Green Knight is like a fantastic movie. I think that it like Tone said it looks amazing, but I'm not gonna be like itching to go back and rewatch it because the story gave me anything that I was like interested in. I'll be more just like, oh, I really liked how that scene with the Green Knight when he got his head chopped off looked like.
What?
That's in the legend, so it's not a spoiler. That shit's Arthurian. But yeah, I can see some people who like just want a good horror movie or a good fantasy movie or something, and they're probably just like, okay, I'm fucking sick and tired of just looking at people stand and talk. Slow pan over to nothing happening. I think when people start getting sick of that was It Comes at Night.
Dude, that movie made me so mad.
I loved it.
Yeah,
We just
same.
rewatched it, and I
And
thought it
you-
was fantastic.
Well, maybe if I rewatched it, I don't know if I shared this with you guys, but like, because of how it was marketed, I was
Yeah.
like, this looks like it'd be such
Well,
a scary
that's
movie.
Another reason why I don't like watching it.
Yeah, and that's
for
that
anything.
exactly that
And
exactly.
horror
made me
is
take
the-
a step back.
Horror is probably the most mismarketed genre because they either have to show every fucking kill in the trailer, like Halloween Kills, because they're just like, well, we just gotta show them it's scary, and it's like, it's a fucking Halloween movie. Yes, we know. You don't have to show us.
It's better if you
Um,
don't know when you go in.
Or it's-
Yeah, but I
or
think,
they
didn't
don't
you
know.
tell us that one of the directors was like, yeah, we do that on purpose. We want to show you so you know what you're getting yourself into or some shit.
Yeah, I don't know, and and also it's not the direct. A lot of the time, it's something to do with it. Like the directors would be
Right.
like, it's a separate company.
They hand
that
off like a
puts
film
together the
studio.
trailers. Yeah. And a lot of directors come out
Drop off.
and be like, yeah, don't watch the fucking trailer.
I don't need the square
Wow.
thing where I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna go drop it off. It took me a minute to figure out
Isn't
where.
that what it's called when Anthony gives you a tiger?
Yeah, square crank. He has to get his shoulders real broad though. Square. Square up.
Yeah, it's not that. Kevin Bacon. How are you, Aiken? Kevin Bacon.
Yep.
Alright. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo.
Did
Making
you watch the
progress,
Spider-Man
making
trailer?
I did.
progress.
And I was like, I probably could have just had a more fantastical experience seeing the movie. If
He's
I
gonna
hadn't
come
seen
right
this
back,
trailer.
dude.
But the trailer was effective in hyping me up for the movie.
It wasn't?
It was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so You know, there's a big character reveal at the end of the trailer.
Yeah, there's like a couple of character reveals, like secondhand-ish.
Right, but I'm saying the one that they like.
The obvious one.
Yeah. We already knew that.
It's like, it's 2004. I'm not throwing that from card.
So, that was... I didn't mind that.
Yeah.
Because we already had that confirmed, so that was already, I guess, spoiled. But yeah. I was like, this is cool.
Yeah, it looks sick. I'm excited to see
See what happens.
Willem Dafoe pop up.
If that's what happens.
You saw that little grenade. Like,
Yeah, but...
and you heard that laugh.
Could be anybody.
Could be any Willem Dafoe. Could be Boondock Saints Willem Dafoe. There was a firefight!
Hopefully it's Antichrist Willem Dafoe.
Jesus.
Give me a little Peter Tingle, I'm gonna cut it off.
Okay, I'll watch that if John watches Arachnophobia then.
What?
I'll watch Antichrist.
It's not even gonna bother you.
I've specifically not watched it because I don't want to see EPs getting
Genital mutilation.
Yeah, I'm not into genital mutilation. If that surprises you at all.
I mean, I'm a little surprised.
You shouldn't surprise me. I mean, yeah, but just based off the other shit I've known you've seen, like, Antichrist didn't do that much for me back in the day. Like, I was like, oh!
I think a Serbian film's a great movie. Oh, I'm dead.
Would you eat pizza watching it?
Like, looks at the pizza. Yeah.
I'm usually eating while I'm watching scary stuff, so.
Nope, didn't do anything.
Oof.
Speederman.
Spider-Man, yeah. You're blocking everybody.
They're giving me so much stuff right now.
I gotta squash you like a bug.
A little snug bug. They sure are giving me a lot of ammunition.
You got a boss?
You gonna fight Tyrant?
Hey, yo, what's that boss?
What's this, y'all?
Why you spill your beans, Peter?
Elevator's power source.
Should be a cool movie.
My question is, how do you have a name like Willem Dafoe and not expect to get cast as the bad guy in things? Your last name is literally Dafoe.
Of bad guy.
Yeah, da bad guy.
Dafoe.
Why'd you spill your beans?
Brittany Brasher. Brittany Brasher.
Why'd you spill your beans, Peter? You saw that the Doc Ock thing became a meme already?
Oh, dude, like since the day it came out.
What?
I was seeing that before I saw the trailer.
No, what is
Yeah.
it?
It's
No.
just the frame of him saying, "Hello, Peter," and then it's just people putting pictures of other Peters from other properties. And that's
Like
the whole
Peter
meme.
O'Toole.
Yeah. Or like it was Peter Griffin in his Spider-Man costume on the clothesline.
They do wieners.
I don't know, but you could make that meme.
I'm gonna pass.
And
Yeah.
you could put a
Post
picture
it
of
on
your
Instagram.
wiener. That way, if it becomes famous, then you could say your wiener's a meme.
But if it doesn't, you could just not tell anyone it was yours.
Yeah, if it tanks, if people make fun of it.
Why would they make that?
Because it's probably like green or something.
And they'll be asking you like, they'll want you to identify what each of the little like bumps and sores are, and that's.
Bumps and sores. What's happening? Who have you talked to?
Who told you this?
I'm hot.
You're alright.
Okay.
Like hot already pizza.
Hi, I'm Dan.
Oh my god. Is it 10 o'clock?
It's 8:30.
It's been an hour already? Time.
It's a dentist's favorite time.
2:30?
2:30.
Oh, that's how
3:30.
that joke goes.
Alright, I'm gonna drop off the regular handgun. No, you know what? I'm gonna.
What's a cardiologist's favorite song?
Cardiologist. That's heart. My heart will go on.
Don't break my heart.
Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Dude, I almost said Totally Eclipse of the Heart, but I was like, that doesn't really like.
Totally Eclipse of the Heart.
Totally Eclipse. Got it. Okay.
Totally Eclipse of the Heart.
That took some breaking down.
It's a better joke if you see it spelled out.
Yeah, I bet.
Written out.
They just sabotage you to tell it out loud, though. This guy's gonna be.
That was okay. I won't steal it.
The joke?
Yeah.
Well, you don't need to fucking roast me. I was just trying to be a part of the fucking discussion, bro.
I'm not roasted. I said it was fine.
You said you were hot.
What?
Now you say you're not roasted.
Okay.
Make up your mind.
I'm done with you guys.
Think you were done with me when I was texting you about rock climbing and ballet? And I wouldn't stop making puns?
No, I think we had a full conversation. Did I drop out of that conversation?
I wouldn't stop making. I was like, alright, I'm done, I'm sorry. And then I made one more pun. I was like,
I don't know. Hey, Anthony, how's everything with Adrian? She get smoked out?
Yeah, I guess it's pretty bad up there. The smoke. She's been staying inside all day.
Oh, she's still up there?
Mm-hmm. They opened the highway again, but they were advising people to stay away so that the fire workers could keep getting back and forth, doing their job.
even a couple weeks ago when I drove up to Washington, like probably around like Shasta, everything was just like hazy, broad daylight, and then past that it just got worse, pretty much until like up into Oregon. But it's bad. I got asthma.
I got asthma.
Sucks to your asthma.
Is that you, Jill?
Is that you,
Is that
John?
voice Enrico's?
Yeah.
You're alive.
Stop.
You
Are
and
you
me.
with anybody, Jill?
Not so different.
No, but why?
The stars are finished.
Oh no.
Someone is a
All
traitor.
the stars are closer.
Umbrella set us up.
Enrico!
Oh no, is Wesker secretly a bad guy?
What? I don't know.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Traitor? Who?
Whiskers.
What if Wesker was just like a cat?
I mean, that'd be kind of like that one ending from Silent Hill 2.
Is
I
there
don't think I saw the
is
second.
Pyramid Head a cat?
No, the game.
Oh,
A
the game.
little cat head on that giant fucking buff body.
That's what he wears.
Yeah.
Pyramid. Gotta proportion things. That's why he doesn't talk either.
Yeah.
No lines.
Enrico is dead. Why not kill her too? Why not kill her?
That would make a lot of sense because pyramids, Egypt, cats,
Pyramid cats.
pyramid
pyramid.
cats.
Pyramid scheme. Probably a bunch of cats in there.
Hey!
That's what a pyramid scheme is just a bunch of shit stacked up.
They're all selling to each other.
Yeah, don't go visit those pyramids in Egypt. Fucking total pyramid
Oh,
That's
scheme.
a total pyramid. Ask you to do that, and they'll tell you.
Are you dead?
Sure aren't.
Oh, you're fine.
Did you sharnt?
He
Is he
did
dead?
though.
Are you shunting?
He just spun it all over.
I forgot about that word.
Spun.
Spun.
Okay. The old hexagonal crank.
Did I tell you guys I read the book for The Ring? Novelization of it.
How was it?
Wait,
Weird.
the novelization of the movie?
No, I'm sorry, not the novel.
The novel it's based on.
Okay, I'm like,
Like, why would
why?
you do that? That's like watered down water.
I mean, I would.
The movie was great, I thought.
Oh.
Uh,
I know it goes in a lot weirder
Is
directions.
the book Japanese?
it was Japanese and it was recently translated. I don't know how recently. To
Showtime!
Fucked.
Oh, damn.
It's all good. We just saved a few minutes ago.
Janyo.
It's more like detective-y. Like, it's more like a mystery than anything else. It's kind of like a thriller with to it. But
Isn't the tape is like more of a virus type
Yeah.
thing, isn't it?
yeah, and like their solution is to just like
I'm gonna take a quick pizza break.
make a bunch of tapes and make everybody watch it. Like,
Oh, so like herd immunity or whatever.
yeah, exactly.
If everybody's seen it, then
Exactly, and it's really cool. Like, it's really suspenseful. There's definitely like a ticking clock that you can feel in the story, and then it takes some like at the end. There's like some hard twists, and you're like, "Ooh, that's not scary. That's just disturbing." Like,
sounds like
dang.
something I would be interested in checking out. Is it? It's not a long book, is it?
No, it's actually pretty short, and like I have a short attention span for books, so like
Yeah, I was gonna say because by God, if that book is more than like 150 pages,
it's in like I was like that's really short. It's under the 300 range.
I only read half a Gatsby, and I stand by that. Happy ending, right?
I just read The Great.
All right. Well, John's taking a little pizza break here, so you're stuck with the old two tones,
So sorry.
Yeah.
and we are gonna be lively as fuck. John,
You almost done in there?
John.
It's kind of hot over here.
Tell me where you are, John.
Randy's here too, if you're interested.
What's been your favorite? Who's been your favorite resident in Resident Evil so
That's a
far?
good question.
I'm fucking trying as hard as I can to keep this thing afloat with John gone. Okay.
John got it.
John, we got it.
Ooh, that's Fincher's next film, Gone John.
Gone
I
John.
thought you were gonna say we got it.
We got it. We got that B-roll.
It's gonna be completely yellow, unlike anything you've ever seen.
In new vision. It's gonna combine blue and yellow. It's just gonna be all green.
Well, you know for a fact that the reason that he made Mank in black and white was because he was like, well, fuck all y'all for making fun of my yellow-ass movies.
I thought he went green with Mindhunter.
Did he?
Yeah,
No, was it?
Mindhunter is like yellow and green.
I
like-
think there's a lot of green in it. It's probably like put blue and yellow together.
Yeah, well, in The Matrix, Keanu Reeves has green stubble.
Dang, that's really green.
Does he?
Yeah, it's like hella green in The Matrix. and so
Ate
his
too much
stubble
green
is
eggs and
green.
ham.
Yeah, that's what happens.
It depends on which version you watch, right?
Yeah, because they remastered him or whatever.
To make him greener.
Greener? They're really trying to be conscious of preserving the earth.
I did read an interview today with Lily Wachowski, the one who's not directing the new Matrix,
Mm-hmm.
and they
Talking about why?
yeah. Did you read the same thing?
No.
Oh, wow, okay. So yeah, she was saying that basically they had made Cloud Atlas to Jupiter Ascending to Sense 8
Mm-hmm.
like back to back to back basically. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, and then she went through her transition, and so immediately coming out of post transition, she was like, literally the last thing I want to do is one, jump straight into a huge project, and two, I don't want to do something that I've done like pre my transition. Like I don't want to walk old ground. Like, you know, I'm basically starting a new beginning, and I don't want to retread ground. And she said, like, Lana and I talked about it, and Lana has a really good idea for the movie, but I just didn't want to be in, like, it was the last thing in the world that I wanted to do. It was redo something I had done in the past.
I'm very interested because of the transition and how much that plays into the first one. To kind of see now what they make based off that.
Well, I think it would be really interesting to cover that trilogy on the show and look at all of those, like, those things that now, in hindsight, 20 years later or whatever, we now know about the creators and everything, and be able to go, like, okay, like, was obviously very intentional stuff.
Especially in the first one.
Yeah, and the whole thing about, like, the Switch character
Right.
and all that, yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, I'll watch anything with Keanu in it, and, I mean, it's mostly the same team. I just hope... I don't know.
They've had a rough track record. I don't think Sense8 was on anybody's radar, really. Like, I think a few people here and there watched it, but it wasn't something that really had a huge following.
Yeah.
Or I didn't really hear anything critically about it. And then I didn't see Cloud Atlas, but one of our art professors said it was good. I think Roxanne really liked it.
Yeah.
And then Jupiter Ascending was
Awful.
descending.
No, I was saying it would.
Oh
it would
yeah.
descend.
It was rough. Those space skates didn't do it for me.
It's a hilarious movie to watch, but
Unintentionally though. Is that the one with Redbane?
yeah, doing his best, Gary Oldman from The Fifth Element.
Pretty much, yeah.
And they also did Speed Racer.
Dude, I liked that.
I liked that.
I know, I've still never seen it. I like Emil Hirsch.
It's like, I didn't know what to expect when it came out, but I just remember afterwards, I was like, I'm gonna own this movie. It's really good.
Yeah,
I think it's something that I would really enjoy watching hella high with like the right colored lighting.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. It's legal in our state. So that with the right mood lighting on my big ass TV with my sound system, I feel like that would be. That's my plan for tonight. Is I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna watch Speed Racer.
They did V for Vendetta as well, didn't they?
Did they?
Is that the Wachowskis? I'm pretty sure.
You know, I think you might not be wrong about that.
It's called Right.
I don't want to go that far.
Easy, fella.
Don't push it.
That's
Yeah, I think they did.
I'm pretty sure they did.
They wrote it, but they did not direct it.
Ah, there
It was
you go.
directed by James McTeague.
There you go.
Um,
Bye. Good to see you.
and also just so much has changed in movies since those Matrix movies were coming out, and they are, as much as the first one especially holds up, they are still very like of their time. And so I'm interested to see what direction it goes in,
Right.
whether it tries to, and I guess the trailer will, when it finally drops, will give us a good indication of like what kind of style they're going for.
I think I hope they update it. I hope it's not just like a new Matrix.
Well, it's not. I mean, it's not going to be set in like 1999. It's supposed to be like a slightly more futuristic.
But what I mean is like I don't want them to go back to like the leather. Like what I want them to do whatever the equivalent of that is now.
Well, he basically just looks like John Wick in the set photos. He's just wearing like all black, like a black jacket. Like yeah. He doesn't even have the sunglasses on, which I'm cool with.
Makes sense.
I want him to take the sunglasses off and throw them at the camera. Why can't we just get a movie where somebody takes off their sunglasses and throws them at the camera? So that
Yeah, and then like throws coins at the camera and unnecessarily stands behind glass.
well, I mean,
so
that could just be a hobby.
John, did you hear that gold? No? Okay, cool. Fuck us. You're so focused.
I was busy.
He's laser focused.
Like some kind of hallway.
In the darkness lies your fears.
Well, I would like a slice. Is everyone slicing? Except Tony?
Yeah, I sliced and I diced.
Took like the tiniest slice.
Okay. Is this like the last chest before the boss?
No, there's more after this. We have to go under the house.
What's happened to you? I've become irreverent since I just worked at home. I don't have a boss. I don't have an HR department.
You're full of harassment.
Oh man, that's the worst. Wet shoes.
I feel like wet socks are
Yeah, well, you get one with the other, right?
not if you're not wearing socks.
Or if you're not wearing shoes. I almost agree with you. Andy fucked you up. I'm like, hell yeah!
Yeah, soggy socks. That's. I guess I'm thinking as a complete collection, having
It's the worst.
a wet shoe and a wet sock
That's
is.
the perfect recipe for blisters.
That's how you get trench foot.
Yeah, that's what that
And skirt.
is.
I think.
It's like when you just start talking like pirate, right?
Yeah, I think you have to be a pirate to get. I think you have to be a pirate to get scurvy.
Or a college student. Because they never eat like fruits or vegetables.
Yeah, but they're butt pirates.
That too.
The water in this game is probably. It looks like that's what they spent the most time on.
Dude, there's this game that I play called Sea of Thieves.
Mm.
The water looks drinkable.
That's the pirate one, right?
Yeah, like the ocean looks drinkable. It's so.
Does it make you thirsty? But then you think like that's salt water. I
Yeah,
can't
I'm like, I
drink
would
that.
get sick and it would just make me worse. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if you were actually out in the middle of the ocean. And how badly you'd want to drink that water.
that would suck. Actually, I would distill it. You see this?
Oh, smart. Is that a butt plug?
No, it's ghost face, you fuck.
How am I supposed to tell that from here?
With your special eyes.
Could you tell what it was from here?
I knew what it was. But I
Oh, well, you
remembered what
cheated.
it was. Yeah, I already knew.
That's not fair.
Drugs. Okay. Offload some of this business.
Oh.
Huh?
Don't get rid of your serum.
Handgun shells.
Batman smells.
Shells. Drop this off too.
You heard about this new Gen Z trend called reality shifting?
Tell me about it.
Well, I know of it from the same reason that you know of it because you've been on a Leon Lush
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah. So I would assume that means yes, you've heard about it.
Yes, I'm 100%.
From the Leon Lush
do.
videos?
I mean, I definitely do want to get my nuts crushed by Draco Malfoy.
And we'll leave it at that, folks. No explanation. Basically, it's a bunch of these kids scripting out like their perfect reality they want to live in, and the overwhelming trend is that Gen Zers want to go to Hogwarts.
Gen Zers want to go to Hogwarts? I thought that was our thing.
No.
Well, now
it's
we're-
like a bridge, like.
Huh.
Harry Potter just speaks to the youth, and they want to go specifically to fuck Draco. Most of them. So you write out, like, you script out what you want your reality, like, down to every detail, and then you, like, lay down starfish in your bed, and you count down from 100, and you give yourself, like, affirmations in your head about, like, I'm gonna reality shift, it's gonna work, blah, blah, blah. And then you're supposed to then wake up or whatever, and have shifted into this other reality where everything you
Is
wrote
that
about
voice
came true, blah, blah, blah.
Enrico's?
And the video from the guy
You're
that
alive.
John was just talking about that we were watching was saying, like, this is just all of these Gen Z kids who have had like
No,
screens in
but
front of their faces
why?
for their entire life, and now they're discovering what it is to use your fucking imagination, and it's like blowing their minds.
Another word for imagination.
Yeah, or having a dream. Because if I laid starfish and started counting from 100, I'd be fucking zonked
Yeah, that's
out.
called going to sleep.
Yeah.
That's a sleep.
Enrico!
Yeah. So I just thought
It's
this-
called sleep.
They were taking a big ass.
And then you
nap.
dream.
Traitor?
Then you wake up and you're like, oh my god, that. I think I just shifted to real. Yeah.
No, I think you just fell asleep and had a dream.
Yeah, but what if the dream is the real reality, and every time we're here, what if we're actually a butterfly and we're dreaming about being a human?
I'm pretty okay with that.
Be interesting. Interessante.
Being a butterfly, that kind of sucks.
And then you die at the end of your like human life, and then you wake up and you're a butterfly.
What if this is like your dying hallucination? Like this.
Like as we're dying as people, or as you're the butterfly
You
dying?
know how like apparently you see things when you die. What if all of this is just what you're seeing because you're dying somewhere else?
I'd be down for it.
Your mind's replacing, you know, a painful.
And then every
This is
time,
supposed to be a painless existence.
You don't want to know what you're going through right now. I'm just saying, like,
yeah, then I'd be like, and now anytime something embarrassing happens to me, I'm gonna be like, why the fuck did I have to remember this in my last flashback before death?
dying thoughts. What if this is just a full replay of your life? Like you're dying right now and you're getting the full replay. And,
So I can like atone for my sins.
no, I just want you to remember.
Just so you wouldn't forget, I just cataloged everything.
Thanks, brain.
Alright.
But your brain does do crazy stuff when you're dying, so.
I wouldn't know.
You didn't remember.
Or
Oh
would
man,
I?
you never tried dying before?
I mean, you could try just lay on your bed and starfish.
I call it flatlining.
That's not good.
Is that in the same spot?
Shoot him in the nuts. Shoot him in his cloaca.
Fuck that. And beat this motherfucker up. Blast his ass. Oh, what's that one? Oh, yeah. You defensive. Electricity gremlin.
Was this were these people or were they animals that were transformed?
I think those were animals. I could be wrong.
I played with a transformer yesterday. So it's a robot
Robots?
in disguise,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
Guess what the disguise was?
A gun.
The letter H. I'm not kidding at all. I was like, is that a transformer that turns into the letter A?
So he just turns into the letter H and then like sticks himself on billboards or like on like theater signs. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. And then there was an X too.
What was the robot's name?
I called him Bob.
But she was called something really simple. Probably would have been start with
H-bot.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
H. H2.
I didn't know they made transformers like that.
H is prime.
H.
H. HD. Hamilton.
So that was pretty dope.
I had a camel.
Camilton?
Alexander.
Camel toe? Camel toe? Camilton.
Hamilton? Alexander Hamilton.
You guys ever watch that show, Adam Ruins Everything?
Mm-hmm.
No. I
Mess-
got ruined.
Messed me up, bro. Everything's a lie. Basically, everything you know is a lie.
Is that how you found out about the mall
Yep.
classes?
Yeah.
Exotica.
Yeah. It's good though. It's on
I
HBO.
died, Steven, but we made all of our progress back because I had a clutch save.
Oh, Steven, we could have used your input on a lot of things. I can't recall them now.
But we're in the tunnels doing tunnel things and tunnel stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I highly recommend it if you want to blow your fucking mind.
What is it on?
HBO Max. 3 seasons. I feel like for something a little bit different.
Sounds vaguely educational. I can dig it.
It is, yeah. And exposes a lot of bullshit. Is this another boulder?
I think this is the same boulder.
Oh shit! Indiana Jones! Indiana Jones! Indiana Jones! Nailed it! We're well on our way to the end of the game. Alright, cool. Because it's been like 6 streams.
Dude, you totally just Indiana Jones that.
Ooh, some shotgun shells.
Did you get your hat? For the,
Are they making another one of those? Or what?
Mhm.
how they were.
With James Mangold at the helm.
Is Shia coming back? Or are they like,
Nope.
we're gonna
He's been
disregard that.
canceled.
Has he?
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag cancel.
For what?
But he also probably wouldn't be coming back anyway because he was the let's say not most popular part of that last.
Are you
movie.
absolutely shitting me?
No, I mean people did not like him.
Was it his fault, or was it the fact that they made him swing from trees?
That's a much larger spider than the previous spiders.
Come on, Samwise. Go for it.
Do you need some sort of emotional?
Oh, that's not a good. Always a bad, never a good.
Jesus,
Hold that.
thing is thick.
Ooh, there's other ones. I'm getting heaved so hard.
Oh my
that's not
gosh,
good, that's
and
not good.
they're fast.
Shoot him in the head.
Oh, that's not good. Spider, we're already dying.
Smoke some weed.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably gonna die here.
That's okay. Yes, dude. That's it. Stab it. Oh, you're dead.
Can I get out of here?
Rat tat 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 tat. Oh, did they web you in?
No, they didn't. Oh, I can get out of here.
Oh.
But I bet you if you kill it, you get something.
I mean, that's survival knife.
He gets to not have spiders in the game.
I'm also poisoned.
So we're dead.
Sick. Can I
Literally
get?
sick.
Can I get back in time?
And
And do I have any blue herbs?
Oh, are we going back right now?
Yeah, I'm trying to go back to heal up because I had nothing.
What about the boulder?
We're gonna go back and take care
Still
of it.
rolling around here for you.
Is that just a boulder?
I do have a blue herb.
It's a rock.
Sick.
With that hand cannon, though.
What are you doing?
Digesting food. There's a lot in my stomach. You don't want me sitting burping and farting next to you too much. Just a little bit.
You are correct. Just a little bit. Let's keep it classy.
Okay.
You technically don't have to fight the spider. You just have to use the knife on the webbing on the other door. Here you go. Here he comes to save the day.
What do
Here
I
I
get
come
if
to
I
save
do
the day.
kill the giant spider?
Pride.
I don't. That's not. That.
You'll be dead.
Say, does that have value for me in this situation?
That you
Doubtful.
overcome
Doubtful
your
at best.
Oh, you had the crank and the shaft.
Yep.
crankshaft.
Crank
time,
shaft.
Crank time in Shaft Alley.
Crank time in Shaft Alley.
Okay, I've got a Healy boy. I do need to keep one of those knives.
That's how I
She packed my bags last night. Crank time.
That's the benefit of killing the spider.
Benefit is that I can focus on doing all those things instead. Alright, I'm gonna drop this off.
You're not going to keep the serum?
The serum I don't need.
Oh, I thought that was for poisoning.
No, serum is specifically to try to save what's his nuts.
Oh, what's his nuts? Oh, what's his nuts?
Oh, Larry, what's his nuts?
What color do you get if you mix red and green, John?
Red and green?
Mm-hmm.
Is it blue? Or purple?
No. It's an ugly gray color. Or maybe a nice gray color.
You can't mix colors to get blue.
How long do you think it's been since I've been in elementary school? Same amount of time as you.
Wasn't a trick
Okay.
question.
I also didn't go to school for art,
Yeah.
which you did for sure. You, for the most
I was more asking in relation to the red and the green herbs that are in the game, and whether mixing those would make something.
There's the door. There's the door right there.
Yeah, I see it. I see it. I see it.
The one with pentagram on it.
Oh, you fuck.
This whole thing looks like it's definitely.
You fucking.
Yeah, it looks like
kidding
their shirt. Yeah.
me? Shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Death Ray Tattoo, baby. That's my place. If you've never been, go.
Dun, dun, dun.
I think 4 out of 5 people have been tattooed there in this room.
And 9 out of 10 dentists agree.
You guys floss? You guys flossers? Not are you flossy?
I'm flossing, bro.
You floss?
I have a habit of flossing
Oh,
for like
that's
a
not
week, and then not flossing anymore. So I guess generally no.
Are you a 2 times a day brusher, 3 times a day, 1 time a day brusher? Skip every couple days?
No, I tend to brush my teeth 2 to 3 times a day. Typically,
When do you squeeze the third one?
it really just depends on like what my eating has been like throughout the day. Because a lot of the time I'll brush my teeth. A lot of the time I'll brush my teeth like if I've had something sugary. Like even if I brush my teeth like a few hours before. I don't want to have like that coated like slippers feeling. Yeah, that gritty feeling on my teeth. So I'll brush them again because I like the feeling of a clean mouth. Like even right now, like I have pizza breath, and it slightly bothers me, and so I'll definitely want to brush my teeth
If I have stuff
with
like
this toothbrush.
like seeds in it, or like strawberries, or like granola and stuff like that, I'm like, brush my teeth, but like, it's out.
Yeah. Or if I have Oreos or hot Cheetos, I avoid brushing my teeth because I know it's gonna be a fucking massacre.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, that shit's just gonna sit there.
One time, I went to work and someone like they had strawberries. I'm like, some strawberries. I just got to work, and like a strawberry seed like, right between my tooth and my gum, and I was like, I'm not at home. I can't brush my teeth. Like, what the heck? And then like by the time I got home to do it, like
A whole strawberry had grown from it.
yeah, yeah, and I was just like selling strawberries from but like I got a gum infection, like, and like I couldn't get out, dude, and my face was like, it was like, I looked like I got punched.
Really?
That was bad. So
That's crazy. I've never heard of this before.
Got punched by a strawberry.
yeah, forget strawberries, man.
I love strawberries.
I do too.
I 100% do not mind that I took the bitch way out here.
Did you get through the door?
I did.
Oh, nice, man.
And there was a bunch of herbs on the other side.
Yeah.
Because they knew you got puked on by those spiders.
Sure did.
Hey, I smoke them.
It's funny because those were tarantulas, so like they would just be brushing their hair at you aggressively.
Brushing their hair. No, they shoot stuff out, don't they?
Tarantulas, it's their hairs.
They shoot hair at you?
Yeah, their hairs are so fine and bristled that like they brush their arms and their bodies with it, and it like makes like a little cloud of hair, and you inhale it. Or you know, if you're a different animal, it just like gets on you and it irritates your skin. But if you inhale that, it irritates the inside of your lungs, and you're just like,
Yeah,
That
but
sounds awful.
I thought they shot
Oh
at
no.
them.
Did I need the crank? I don't have the crank.
Oh god damn it! It's crank time, John.
What kind of crank?
I need the hexagon.
We're literally in
crank.
Shaft Alley, as you can tell.
Yeah, we are definitely in Shaft Alley, so now I have to go all the way back to the spider room.
You ever been to Satan's Alley?
About to go there right now.
at least.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least I have a blue herb.
I was gonna say the door's also not webbed up anymore.
Yeah, so I can snooch my way through. I just gotta run on past him.
Speaking of making John watch Arachnophobia, I thought of something that I guess kind of scares me. Unfortunately, I've seen a lot of movies in this genre already, but home invasion stuff,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
it gets to me more than it used to. But I've seen
As a home.
Your Next, Funny Game. Like what are the big home invasion movies?
The Strangers.
Seen it recently.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like we would have to.
What's the one with the girl's death?
Last house?
Is it Glass House? Yeah, I think so. And like there's
Glass
just a-
House? What'd you say?
I said last house.
Oh, Last House? I don't know. The girl's
Last
death,
House.
and there's like a guy that she's in her house, like
Hush?
ready to. It's
Oh,
Hush.
Hush.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I've seen it. Love it. I've seen it multiple times.
I'm sure that I could find a good home invasion movie you haven't seen though.
Ills,
Something that'll actually scurry you.
the French one. Did you watch that one? I think we watched it for Terror Tales at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that was John. Did you watch that one?
Which one?
Ills? Or Them?
I watched it.
Or something? Yeah, maybe that was our first one.
That's the one with like the ending. Where there's like the big reveal about who the them are.
I think so.
I don't want to spoil it on mic for anybody who hasn't seen it. Where it's like,
It's not a happy ending.
yeah.
But it's French.
Yeah, maybe we could find like a French home invasion movie.
Well, that one is French.
No, that's what I'm saying is like, and that, so maybe we could find, because I know there's a lot of like French extreme home invasion stuff. Have you seen Inside? The pregnant lady?
Ooh, yeah.
If you haven't seen that, I think you should definitely watch it.
Okay.
It'll freak you out. It's gnarly. But like not in like an over the top, like it's more on the Martyrs side, and it doesn't go as crazy as Martyrs, but more on that side of like there's a story and there's actually a reason behind it. And, like, it's not like I'm trying to watch a story.
Right. Yeah, well, I was just trying to think, and I feel like that would be my genre. I don't know. If John's doing spiders.
I don't do shit about spiders.
I know, but, you know.
Like, yeah, you can watch your movie. I'm not watching spiders. So how do you
I'm trying to make it fair, I guess.
feel about Spider-Man?
I enjoy Spider-Man.
What about when he turns into the spider?
I mean, it's pretty rough when he's a giant Spider-Man. Okay,
Crank it, dude.
let's crank it.
Jason Statham
Stanley.
I like Jason Statham. He used to be an Olympic actor.
Please have this be the last use of this, because that would be stellar. Can I discard? Nope. Tight.
I think I already said last week that I would do open water, whatever, for my fear of the open water.
But is that a good?
It's got good ratings.
But
Yeah,
I'm just.
But you.
But
like,
I'm-
you tackle that stuff regularly.
Yeah, but we're never gonna find something that's like John's level of being afraid of something. So I think if we wanted to do the theme of like fears, it would just be
combine our own fears to equal one.
How do I get
Pretty
this
much.
boulder
so
to go
deep
away?
ocean spiders that are invading your home.
That sounds.
Is your home? Your home would have to be in
the
deep
ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your things? What are you?
Typically things involving like
Are you afraid? Do you have any phobias? I guess. Like John has the arachnophobia.
I don't have like a legit phobia. I definitely like I can't hang with like vomit. Like it will make me vomit. So,
yeah, I don't want to watch like a vomit.
Yeah, I don't think that's like a phobia for me, but like it is like a
Maybe watch the
But,
Greasy Strangler.
the closest thing that gets me to like
I don't want to wish that upon it.
like raw fear is either stuff that happens like usually stuff that happens during sleep in movies.
I thought you were gonna say sex, and I was like, bro,
No!
so you can't watch any slashers.
Yeah,
When you're
can't
most vulnerable though, when
can't
you're
even have
sleeping.
sex.
Yeah.
No, but like Insidious, like when I first saw that, because I used to get like night terrors and like sleep paralysis, and like the shot where she's explaining what she saw, and it shows it like next to the bed, I was like, just like froze in the theater.
Yeah, that movie scared the shit out of me the first time I saw it.
So
But
good.
that was back when I used to leave the movie theater like spooked, and I would like have nightmares after that, and like had to leave the lights on. Now I'm just like so desensitized. I sometimes wish that I could like eternal sunshine that part of my brain.
To re-experience that
Yeah,
for
so
you.
I can like start getting scared by things
Can
again.
you imagine?
Experiencing some horror movies for the first time.
Oh,
But yeah, I used to keep a dream journal, and I drew that before, like, very similar, like, before
What
I'd even
can
seen
I
that
do?
movie. So when I saw it on screen, I was just like,
go back.
It makes me think that he probably very intentionally like put that there because of the persistent like sleep paralysis thing. Have you seen that documentary, The Nightmare?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I saw that too afterwards. Like, no way, that's like exactly it. Like,
Yeah.
What the heck?
It's crazy. I'm lucky that I used to have really bad nightmares for a lot of my like childhood, but that those faded as I grew up. But I never had like night terrors. But I had friends who would have like really
Oh, you
bad
had
sleep
sleep
paralysis
Yeah, apparently.
and night terrors. It sounds awful. That was a big thing in was it Bly? No, was it Hill House where she's having night terrors all the time? Pedretti's character? No,
Yeah.
yeah.
because her husband's like having to wake her up or whatever,
I think so.
and then he kicks the bucket.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Gotta rewatch it.
I don't think I've rewatched Hill since it aired.
I bought it. I remember, and I was rewatching the episodes with the commentaries, and that was cool.
A spoopy imagery room.
Spoopy imagery room.
Spoopy, scary skeletons.
Oh, John.
Take a little turn on the catwalk, huh?
I know what they want me to do here.
Put the pillar on the thing.
Yeah.
They want you to vogue, bro.
I don't think I think I have to reset.
Never.
Yeah, I gotta reset the room.
Never stop, never stopping, John. That's all I gotta say.
Gotta reset the old room.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it would have to be a bunch of spiders at the bottom of the ocean. They're like demon spiders, or like no, they
With a
get you
pressure
in-
leak.
They,
With a pressure leak.
They come
too.
out of you in your sleep.
So there's a ticking clock. Yeah. Nightmare spider. Yeah, underwater nightmare spiders.
Yeah, and then the reveal is at the end of the movie. The only way to get rid of them is let them back into you.
Oh, can I pull it?
You have to become the hosts.
Yeah, spiders crawl up in you.
Okay, it looks like...
Okay.
Yeah, the
I
only
know
way
what you're
the
gonna
only way to end the curse is to swallow like 8 of the spiders or whatever in your sleep.
Any hole will do it.
Yours.
I don't think I sent it to you, but I saw a comic the other day that was a guy like face down on the ground with just shit all over the toilet and all over the wall. And there's a face hugger coming out of the toilet, and he's like, "Oh, so that's why they say to come out of the chest."
What's wrong here?
Or
I
a chest
have to-
burster, an ass burster. Is that thing moving by itself?
No, I'm turning it with the crank so I can get it up off of the edge here.
Right now it's on the edge.
Yeah, after I watched Hill House, I actually had a really that was the first time in forever that I actually like had that feeling of, is there something in my room after, to where I was like spooked, specifically because of the bent neck lady and the cane one that like floats.
Yeah.
Dude, that
The
shit
bowler
was
hat
creepy.
ghost.
I hated that one. What do you gotta do here?
I didn't realize the little kid from Hill House, who was also in the new Conjuring, he's also one of the sons in WandaVision. I just didn't recognize him without those giant fucking glasses that he always wears.
Oh, dude.
Like, I knew I recognized him the whole time, and then I saw that on Wikipedia or something the other day.
Put it in the other corner there.
Oh, I thought you were gonna make him hold hands.
You spin me right round, baby.
Or something goes in there. Oh, I see what you're doing. You're trapped.
You've activated my trap card.
Did anybody else think that that Yugi, the character,
His name's not Yu-Gi-Oh.
his name is Yugi.
Oh.
The game is Yu-Gi-Oh. Or I don't know what the game is.
In the show, it's Duel Monsters.
But his
no one is referred to as Yu-Gi-Oh. He says Yu-Gi-Oh when he transforms. He goes Yu-Gi-Oh.
He transforms?
Yeah. So
Transformers.
the premise is that Yugi is just like a kid who's hella good at card games and shit, and puzzles. He loves puzzling. So he puts together the Millennium Puzzle, which happens to be possessed by the spirit of an ancient Egyptian pharaoh, who is also hella good at games. So then the ancient Egyptian pharaoh takes over his body, and that's when he transforms into, like, you know, the badass one and kicks everybody's fucking ass. And in the original comics, if you lost against him, he would send you to the Shadow Realm, but the Shadow Realm in the comics was like fucking the underworld, like hell. Like, he would challenge you to a game where you get sent to hell. Pretty gnarly stuff.
So, he just
So
gets,
is he a
like,
bad guy?
possessed by an ancient spirit?
He's an ambiguous.
And is he always in that state, or he gets to pick and choose when he wants to be Yugi and when he wants to be Pharaoh?
He like he gets more control of it as the series goes on, to where he actually starts using it to his advantage.
But
There's
the
a
whole
character-
show is about playing cards?
Pretty much, yeah.
I think like a good like horror premise.
Well, like there's one really cool storyline with a character who has another one of the, because there's a bunch of these different like magical artifacts from Egypt. He has the Millennium Eye, and he can read people's minds. So what Yugi ends up doing is he keeps changing back and forth between his two different personas, so that while they're playing the game, so that the guy can never like get a handle on what his plan is during the game. But it makes the game twice as difficult because they have to like pick up after each other when they switch back and forth.
4, 2, 3.
That's way more in-depth Yu-Gi-Oh talk than
I didn't know
really
that
ever
you
expected
knew
I
that
would be
much
having.
about it.
I also didn't know that you knew that much about it.
I used to play before I played Magic, and then I watched the
And
show.
the card game is called Yu-Gi-Oh,
Mm-hmm.
but the cards in the game are called Beastmasters.
Duel Monsters.
Oh.
Yeah, I agree, Steven.
Yeah. He
Okay.
said be a bunch of nerds.
Nerds.
Stands for no one ever really dies.
No one's really gone.
Nerds will live forever.
I think I have to go back through the spider room again.
Why?
Because I love them.
Why?
They're my favorite. No, I think I have to.
He just loves that they have so many arms for hugs.
And other things.
I hate this. I hate this
Fuck it.
conversation. I hate it.
If a spider decided to put its legs up your butt,
That would hurt, dude. Have you seen their hairs?
Yeah, I'm all set.
You want to do it? You're like, you ready to go? You're all set?
No, I'm chill not having that be an experience that ever has anything to do with
It's not like, you're not being very chill at all.
You ever wonder what it would be like to get your butthole fingered by a spider?
I'm pretty sure this is the way I have to go. I don't think there's any
At
other
least
way.
8 more fingers.
You ever wonder what it'd like to be when they make your Talk about that spider booty.
Yeah, I saw him.
You don't want to your fingers. They come here.
Turn it back, you never can be open.
Stick your finger in my
Hello.
throat
I
shirt.
saw little web spinners open.
Ooh. Good. Jigsaw.
Okay, yeah, those are all closed off.
Me too, emotionally. We're working on it. Certain therapy site.
I've already been here.
How dare you yawn at the same time as me?
The channel.
The channel?
So,
Dutch oven?
I just don't understand Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay,
I
so
don't
what?
understand either.
So what are you still having?
I'll go, fine.
Because I'll go into more detail for you.
So, but the whole show is just about him playing cards?
It's not like they're just sitting there playing cards. It's like
Well,
when they play the card, the monster like appears, and then the monsters like fight each other. Because they
so why do so many people have these access? So it's like a Pokemon, but instead of in a ball, it's in a card?
pretty much and they don't like walk around with them like they're holograms.
Uh-huh.
So the
So
ancient
there's nothing at stake.
so the ancient Egyptian game was played
Except
like
for-
through.
Except for if you lose.
Well, he
you
said that
go
was
to
in the
hell.
comics. In the show, do they still go to hell?
No, the stakes are just that. Well, the stakes in the first season are that Yugi's grandfather, who raised him, gets kidnapped by Pegasus, who's like the leader of of the island that's running the game tournament. So, in order for Yugi to get his grandpa's soul back, he has to win the tournament.
Is that Yugi M?
Yugimoto.
Is that what it is?
What's his name? Yugimoto.
there you go,
Yeah.
see? There's Yugi M, Yugi N, and then Yu-Gi-Oh!
Quasimodo?
That's how it works. That's the family branch, John.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. That's the great
Yu-Gi-Oh!
You don't even want to know what happens when they get to Z, bro.
Yikes.
Goes back to
Yugizi, bro.
Starts over again.
Yugi. Okay. But, like, so what's the point? Why does everybody want to play this game?
Because it's a hella fun game, and because they have like holograms, so when they play the game, the fucking giant monsters appear, and you can't tell me that wouldn't be the dopest dope you've ever smoked.
Did they
If
win
that
I've never
happened in real
smoked it,
life.
no.
Do they win money or anything?
If they win the tournament, they get hella money, and they like I don't know, Willy Wonka win the company or some shit. I don't know, but
How's it all end?
well, there were like a million spin-off shows with different
really?
characters. Yeah, there's Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, which is like 10 or 20 years after the original series, and it's an academy for teaching kids duel monsters.
Wow.
And so it's like a prep school version, because those are super popular in Japan as like the school animes. And then they had Yu-Gi-Oh! DX, which was where they rode motorcycles around and played cards off of them.
Shut the fuck up.
I didn't watch it, but that's what it was about. So
That
that
kind of sounds like you might have watched it.
no, I just like to sometimes keep tabs on things that I used to be into when I was a kid. So I'll go on Wikipedia and I'll be like, "Where's this show?" I've actually been going down a really deep Power Rangers rabbit hole recently because I watched up through like Power Rangers in Space or something when I was a kid, and now there's been 10 million other Power Rangers series, and I found a guy on YouTube who's done a retrospective of like the entire show,
Did you see
There were some dope
So-
ones after it. Like,
Did
I
you see
gave
that
up
episode
on
like
it.
Red Forever or something like
where
that?
all the Red Rangers came back. Yeah.
That's tight.
I had an old roommate who showed that to me. He still like tweets about Power Rangers. He loves that show. That episode was sick.
Yeah, I just love that show has like a consistent lore that's gone over the entire
Power Rangers?
Yeah, the entire franchise.
Really?
hmm
They all connect? I thought it was just like their own thing.
Well, they take place in like vastly different places and on different planets and stuff, but they're all connected through sometimes characters will cross over. A lot of the time characters will cross over. A lot of time casts will move on from one series to the next and then
Barry?
get replaced by people.
Thank God you're
and
safe.
Then Tommy
You
eventually
too,
shows
Joe.
up again at some point.
Yeah,
like,
like everything.
A noise I heard brought me down here, but
Yeah, I didn't watch
I didn't
anything after
expect
Mighty
to find
Morphin.
a place
but,
like this.
Really?
Yeah.
What about when they did like the ninja shit?
Well, that was. I feel like that was
Right
like a
after,
segue.
right?
Might be at the bottom.
I saw the movie,
There's only one way to find out.
and then like after that, I don't know what I was on to.
Ivan Ooze.
I moves. But I just like the dinosaurs so much.
I just liked. Well, I really liked Transformers, and so you buy the toys, and they were all like, they changed, and then they could mold into the fucking.
Uh-oh.
What was it? Zord.
What the hell?
Yeah.
is that
Megazord.
sound?
Megazord.
Megazord.
Could be a person.
One of my cousins had hell of them, dude. I didn't even like the kid. I just wanted to go play with those.
Go
toys.
check it
I had
out.
the Power Ranger action figures where like
We had
the
enough
head was like
surprises.
Yeah, where it
like,
flipped?
axis, and
Yeah.
then you do
I'll
the
stay
back.
here and secure our escape.
Yeah, but you know
in
what
case
always
something
irritated me? It
happens.
didn't flip back.
Okay.
Or
Or-
push you.
yeah.
I was like, make it flip both ways, dude.
Or like it just like gets stuck halfway through and he's got like two heads sticking out of the torso.
I used to love that because I could get like,
'Cause it's
I'm
like
like,
this,
oh, now
right?
I can do like his civilian life and his Power Ranger life.
Like, hey man, why are you
Civilian.
always wearing that Power Ranger?
Somebody might start thinking you're a Power Ranger.
No, I'm not, Bob.
I'll stay and secure our escape.
That's what I always think about the fact that like they have their very distinctive color group of Power Rangers, and then that exact number of kids always runs
wear that
around
color
dressed in the
and
color of the Power Ranger that they are, and
And
nobody
then always
nobody's ever like,
disappear.
They must really like the Power Rangers.
yeah, we're a Power Rangers fan club. That's something that I loved in because they do it in the it's in the comics, but they are finally doing it
Power
in
Ranger
the
comics?
No, yeah, there are Power Ranger comics, but in Spider-Man, in Far From Home, the Flash's whole thing of being like a super big fan of Spider-Man.
Oh. But hates Peter.
Yeah, so with that scene when he's like, oh yeah, Spider-Man could take Mysterio or whatever, blah blah blah, and he's like, he inspires me to be a better person or whatever. Yeah, and then Peter walks in and he's like, yeah, what's up, dickwad? I also love when he's like, he's got his like, he's like, hey, and he's about to do his live stream, and then that dude just comes over and punches him in the dick.
Flash mob.
Yeah. I was like, damn, it's actually a good name for that.
Yeah.
I thought I don't know if you guys read any of the comics, but Flash was like a super sick Venom.
Yeah.
I liked Agent Venom. I think is what it was.
Yeah.
That
Because
run
he ain't got no legs.
Yeah, but that whole run was sick. He like teams up with like Ghost Rider and Red
Yeah.
Hulk.
At one point, there's like a Red Hulk, Ghost Rider, Venom like combo that they turn into.
Yeah.
It's
sick.
Steven, if it wasn't nerdy before.
yeah. So in the comics, Flash goes to Afghanistan, and he gets his legs like blown off, and so for a long time in the comics he was in a wheelchair, and then in the newer run, the military like gives him the Venom symbiote, and he becomes like a military operative Venom, and it gives him legs.
Every now and then, like OG Venom comes out of him
He's all crazy and eats people.
because it still had like Eddie Brock in its memory.
Okay, so how far under the house are we now?
Pretty far. Garbage compact.
Did you guys hear they pushed back the Venom sequel?
They did?
Yeah,
That's
pushed
gonna
back to
be
next year.
importance later.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Well, was it supposed to come out in December?
That was supposed to come out by the end of this year, and then they pushed it back just because General Blaze.
Okay.
Yeah,
Generalize.
my report for duty. My suspicion for that was that once No Way Home got confirmed for like, okay, we're definitely putting it out in December.
Christmas. Yeah.
Then they were like,
Christmas.
it's two Sony properties, and they were probably like, we don't need to have two of our biggest movies coming out in the same month.
Yeah, let them breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're supposed to have Morbius come out in January.
Is that Sony too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then they were gonna.
Oh,
do-
really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty much Spider-Man. Like, but they
That's just what they're gonna do now. They can't do Spider-Man, so they're just gonna do Spider-Man villains as anti-heroes.
do Spider-Man, but Disney can't. Like, it's owned by Sony.
They've kind of gotten themselves in like a weird position where now that this Spider-Man is so ingrained in like the Marvel universe that I'm sure that Sony seems to want to like break them off again and do their own thing, and Marvel's like, nope.
Yeah, because Sony's gonna fuck it up.
Well, I think that depending on how well like this next Venom does, and especially the Morbius movie, I think that's going to be a good indication of whether they continue doing that, because they've been trying to do the whole like Spider-Man spin-off movies for literally every iteration of Spider-Man there's been so far.
I don't think Morbius is gonna. People hate Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was honestly
Didn't mind him in Blade Runner though.
not their best casting choice.
No. I mean, I don't mind him.
I think he's
He's not a great Joker.
I think he's a great actor, but I think that because of the climate of comic book fans around him, like specifically him doing another comic book character, at least it feels like. I mean, Suicide Squad was what, 2017, 2016? So it's been a few years.
Yeah, I think 17.
Because I'm trying to think of like how long did like Ryan Reynolds go between doing Green Lantern and then Deadpool, or like how long did Chris Evans go between Human Torch and Captain America?
I think people liked the Fantastic Four stuff though.
Fan Four Stick?
I mean, I think people were okay with it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they hated it.
But I think nobody took him seriously in that casting as Captain America when they first heard it, because they'd seen him in like not another teen movie.
With the banana up his ass?
Yeah.
Put a banana.
Up his ass.
Up his ass. Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
You know, what movie I wish I had more of was the last Mission Impossible Fallout. I loved that one. Like, I actually didn't keep up on a lot of Mission Impossible movies, but when I watched that movie, I was like,
The only one that sucks, dude, is 2.
Yeah.
Like 3 is not amazing, but it's still fine. It's like a good movie.
I did a before
But 4, 5, and 6, dude.
before Rogue Nation
haters,
came
dude.
out. I had never seen a single Mission Impossible movie. So I did a binge of all of them at the old apartment, and loved all of them except for 2. And then
It's so ridiculous.
yeah, and I've loved all of the newer ones. Like
Yeah, they're great.
dude, like, I felt like it was a perfectly written plot. Like, the plot was so, like, tight and intricate.
tight.
Like, I wish I could write, like, a espionage
that's not good.
thing like that.
It's 1, 2, 3, right? And then Ghost Protocol,
Yeah,
Rogue Nation, and
Fallout. Fallout's the one with the Henry Cavill fight in the bathroom, right?
Yeah.
That fight was brutal.
He's
It-
so fucking.
It blows my mind that they were able to pull off making Tom Cruise look like he could even get close to taking on Henry Cavill in a fight.
Yeah.
Tom
Yeah.
Cruise is like 5 foot even.
Tiny Tom Cruise, as Family Guy calls him.
You ever seen those like behind the scenes photos of Robert Downey Jr. on like all the Marvel movies wearing like big ass fucking
Looks like he's wearing pajamas with, like...
he's got like the big ass shoes on
Yeah.
to
Really?
make him like the same, because I think Gwyneth Paltrow is taller than him.
She looks tall.
I always see him in, like, the mocap suit, but just, like, with the green screen behind him.
I feel like honestly, and I've heard this from like Ben Affleck talking about it, where he's like, yeah, and then Val Kilmer talked about it in the Val documentary, where he's like, yeah, kids want to be Batman. They don't, trust me, they don't want to be the dude playing Batman in a movie, because he was like, it's not fun. You
It seemed like he had an awful time.
yeah, he's like, you can't hear anything, you can barely see, you can't move, you're sweating like crazy, you're just standing there like an idiot, like waiting to like do the small amount of acting you can do with your face. He's like, it's awful if you're an actor. And Affleck said basically the same thing, where he was like, for him it was more like the situation with Joss Whedon, and like the actual process of making that movie sucked so much.
You gotta get something to float down there.
Well, it makes me think of like
I dropped
Tom Holland. I'm like, dude, I would have been so
Fox.
fucking excited to be like,
Well,
yeah,
later
I'm gonna be
on,
Spider-Man in the movie. Like, I get to be
There's
Spider-Man.
garbage
But then you
after
see him in all of the set
Spider-Man
photos and
point.
stuff, and he's just wearing the fucking pajamas, like the gray pajamas with the stuff on him, because his suit has just been CG since the beginning.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it must be so frustrating to play a superhero who has like a dope costume,
Like,
and
you
you don't
don't
even
get
get
to,
like
like,
part of it.
Be Spider-Man, you get to, like... They get to make you Spider-Man later, but, like, when you're Spider-Man, you don't get to, like, be Spider-Man. You really have to act.
Which is why I could almost see like why they would want to go out and do like the visiting hospitals in costume, because then it's like, yeah, then you could actually feel like you were Spider-Man, wear the costume, show up, like have kids freak out. That's how I felt when I even just cosplaying as Spider-Man when I went to the convention here. Like kids were freaking out, like, and they don't know because you got a mask on. So
Spider-Man!
yeah, and they like get super excited.
Dude, in high school, I went to another school's, like, Sadie's dance, and the theme was, like, superhero couples. And I went as Spider-Man.
Dances have themes?
Sometimes I do. I was like, I'll be Spider-Man, and the girl I went with was going to be MJ, because she wanted to dye her hair red.
Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Michael Jordan?
But, like, it was the worst because like the height, like the seam for the suit was like right down the middle, and like the height for the shoulders wasn't like long enough for my torso, so like my shoulders just pulled the seam up, and I just had this fat moose knuckle.
Yeah, baby.
I didn't even know it, and like we took the picture, and like she bought the pictures of just like my stuff just hanging and stuff, like clear as day. Just it was so, and she showed it to like all her friends and everything, and they thought it was like the funniest thing. And I was like, that's what I got. Like,
Yeah, I learned. I made sure to do my research before I got my costume, and you have,
Sure.
and well, you have to wear like a dancer's belt, or else because that's what dancers do, because they wear the like super tight shit. So it's a belt. It's basically like a jock strap, and you put that on, and then I had like a compression thing that I put on to basically just keeps everything where it's supposed to go. And then for the mask, you have like a whole face shell that you wear,
so it doesn't like.
so it keeps its
slip
shape
up
and stuff. And then you put the mask on, and then you magnet the eyes in, and it's a fucking process. And
That's it?
yeah, I just went through like 10
He's
steps.
talking about
No, I
that.
know.
It's that easy.
I gotta go back.
That's it. Why are you bitching?
Yeah, after that, like I wouldn't call that a cosplay because for me, yours is a cosplay. Like I bought mine off of like a Halloween website in high school. You know, like
It's like neoprene or some shit. It's like
yeah, it's like a morph suit basically. But
the worst material.
I did cosplay Kylo Ren, and I felt like Kylo Ren in that costume. It's like, dude,
Yeah, that's dope.
this
I until I like my opinions, and my opinions on him as a character never really changed, but until my opinions about those movies changed, I hella wanted to, because I'm tall, like I always wanted to do Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
And
Oh, you did now, did you?
About 6'2", 180 pounds. Kind of giggle.
I'd bend down and drive her over a barrel,
And?
show him the 50 states,
Whoa.
including Mars.
52.
52, yeah.
Hey,
But yeah,
okay, Mars needs Mars.
I made that suit before I started like forming opinions on the movie too. And I was like, man, he's still a sick character. He's like one of the cooler
God, no.
red lightsaber characters. If you will.
Crybaby.
Yeah, he's a total crybaby though.
What was that thing that you just ran into?
That was Lisa Trevor.
That was
that bitch from the cabin or whatever?
Yep.
Cabin in the Woods.
the gooply goop. The gobble. That was the gobble.
I'm a goofy goober.
Give him the gabagool.
Oh shit.
There's
Looks
like,
like it.
Come on,
it's
Lisa.
like a couple.
Come on.
Lisa,
I think it's like shackled up. I'm confused about what this creature is. This ex-person is.
This thing's fucking freaky, bro.
You don't have any weapons?
I do, but I'm not worried about. I'm not trying to kill. I'm trying to sneak.
I'm trying to steal.
Just trying to wound or seriously maim.
Kill. I steal.
Ask him on a date and then stand him up. That'll.
Okay.
That's a death of the soul right there.
I don't know, ghosts and something?
It's a scary story, bro. It's a scary game.
Oh yeah, modern horror story. I got ghosted.
Is that a flamethrower? There you go. Don't
Wait.
pick that up because it'll like trap you.
It's gone. So you sent me that like history of speed running for Mario,
Yeah, Mario.
64?
Super Mario 64 16 star.
which I thought was crazy interesting.
That's
More than I
good
was
shit.
expecting. So then I started watching the speedruns of other Mario games.
Juice. I didn't even know what speedrunning was when I first saw this, so I was just like,
Because it sounds kind of redundant.
speedrunning. Slow run. Do a slow run. It's called a walk.
I mean,
Jog,
if you've seen me run since I turned 30, the answer is you found slow run.
But, I had to be like in the 4th grade or something, and I saw someone like speedrunning Super Mario 2, and I was just like, how the, like, I died so much, and this person just like, whoop, whoop, whoop.
That's wild. Oh, snakies.
Yeah, they did freaking run into that side field yesterday.
How?
Defensive
Way.
dagger.
Wow.
You guys reminded me because you were talking about him slow running.
What he was talking about.
Yeah, when I was at work today we were talking. One of my coworkers was talking about how she runs a lot. She's a big runner, and then my other coworker was talking about a time when he was 23, so like 3 years ago, he just decided he was going to join a 20-mile marathon and didn't train at all for it. And
Was he in shape?
he was doing CrossFit at the time.
Okay.
So
Okay.
he was talking about that, and then my boss was talking about how, you know, he's a runner too, and blah blah blah. And I was like, you know, guys, I can top all you. Sometimes I'll get up from my bed and I'll walk all the way to the kitchen, and then I'll walk all the way back to my bed. And
The only thing I'd be running is my mouth.
Sometimes it takes me 5 minutes.
and they're like, well, now that we all know what Anthony's training regimen looks like.
Want to see me run to the TV and back? Want to see me do what he
Want to hit me with some reading?
Yes. A family picture. A family picture and notes.
Was that Tiny Tim?
Yeah. There's something written on the back.
Him from fucking
Mm.
Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, November 10th, 1967.
Progenitor.
Progenitor virus administered. Jessica administered virus type A. Plasmosms of tissue during cell activation. Virus fusion negative. Action disposed. Lisa administered virus type B. Plasmalizing of tissue during cell activation. Virus fusion positive but delayed fusion. Body modification observed constant results. Status continue protective observation. George action terminated. Boom boom. There's a oh okay. I feel dizzy after the shot they gave me. I don't see Mom. Where did they take her? She promised that we would escape together. Did she escape alone and leave me behind? I found Mom. We ate together. It was a person. I was very happy. But she was a fake. Not my real mom.
You phony.
Same face, but different inside.
Secret insights.
How to find Mom. Have to give face back to mother. Got my mom's face back. Nobody can have my mom except me. I attach her face to me so she doesn't go anywhere. Because Mom's sad when I meet her without her face. From inside box, scent of mommy. Maybe true mother there. Stone box hard. It hurt. Steel rope in the way. Can't see mother because 4 stones.
Wow.
Thank you. Expert reading. It's like you have a book in it, or degree in it.
That motherfucker's got a book in it.
It's got a fucking book in it, though. Yeah, Steven, Lisa Trevor was... The entire thing about Lisa Trevor was all add-on content for the remake, so it didn't exist in the original.
It does feel added on because you went to that cabin almost for no reason. And she was just there. It didn't really affect the game in any way. Her presence, anyway.
Is Lisa Trevor a character in 4?
I don't remember. It's
No
been
spoilers!
so long since I played 4. Ooh, we got enough to make a full dude.
Full dude?
Just a couple of full guys being full dudes.
I'm a full dude. I eat a lot.
Munchings and crunchings. And then combine with the blue. Not the bluedos. He was like, nah, son. You're getting brave.
Pat my leg. What's it going? Poor
Jerk.
heavy bacon.
You being jerk?
Well, that's Olvie.
You wanna go with that papa, huh?
Bacon.
Go.
His name's Kevin Bacon.
Is that her
John,
papa?
can I hit one of these 6?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, the progenitor virus is the reasoning.
Get your butt.
It's better than the genital virus.
Yeah, sure. Also,
Also,
I have no. I don't. Oh, those are moths. Okay, we're chill. Also, how do I do this? How do I get out of here?
You have to yell parkour before you do
Oh, parkour.
it. Kevin too.
Oh, are we in the cabin? We're
Oh, that's
living
right.
that cabin life.
Crazy boy.
Oh God!
You
touchy.
Good thing we don't want kids. You put your butt on me.
Where did that metal go? Metal object. Snooch that.
Did you tell Papa you got a puppuccino today?
You got a puppuccino today?
Mm-hmm.
Puppuccino. He literally like wiped it on you.
Doing
Get that
me a
itch.
combine.
Yeah, I just got short legs. So I got short legs. Same butt, same.
Okay. Alright, I think this should be enough to get me back to the house.
Back to the lab again. It was a very flickery fire.
Yeah.
So like 2 foot.
Oh, it also probably helped if I actually equipped something just in case. Oh, you know what? I'm actually gonna equip the Magnum because I have a sneaking suspicion there's gonna be some hunters out here. I ain't trying to get fucked up after making all that progress.
It's a cabin on the estate.
Oh, there. I just walked it up big ol' circle.
It's confusing because like you totally went downstairs.
You got Eshered?
Huh?
You got Eshered?
Oh, shoot. Going up the stairs and going up the stairs and going up the stairs and going down the stairs and going down the sideways stairs.
See, Escher is my favorite.
Feels like your red lights on.
My rims don't spin to the contrary. You'll find that they're quite stationary.
What's up? What's up, Kevin?
What's up, dog?
Anthony, what
Is
are you
that
doing,
Mass
my
Effect?
phone, please?
I hear the Mass Effect soundtrack.
Yeah, Ash is playing Mass Effect Old Vegas.
Old Vegas.
I think they just call that Vegas.
One of my favorite bits of music from that type soundtrack. It's just the idle dancing on the street.
I was gonna say, man, you got a good ear for sound.
You should like do that.
you should like figure out if there's a career in that.
I know. I was actually sad today because my ears were ringing by the time I was done working.
That's scary.
It just means I pushed it too hard for too long.
I hate when that. Like my ears ring, not constantly. Like it's not like full blown.
Like you got like tinnitus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm always worried about it because I've been to plenty of shows where I was like front row right next to the speaker and left like being unable to hear anything.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, I did that enough that like now I'll be laying in bed and my ears will just start ringing.
Yeah, like
in the
once
middle
you
of
notice it's
something.
quiet, you start to hear it. and you're like,
Yeah, and then I'm like, fuck, I
Just
fucked my
went to-
hearing up.
Yeah. Yeah, I did this session today, and this guy, his character just screams the whole time. And I was like, there were a lot of technical challenges to that in and of itself, but also listening to it at a manageable
Hey.
volume was
Hey,
just a nightmare.
You gotta either sit down.
I even
something.
found myself starting to like, I can tell my like my volume when I listen to music in my car is like slowly decreasing, like the comfortable volume.
Yeah.
You pushed him on the nuts.
Hey,
Stop stepping
Lay
on
down.
one of them.
Oh, I was like, why did your nut like all the way up on your belt? And I saw his foot.
Getting
That's
old,
where,
man.
that's where I like to keep them up and out of the way.
high and tight.
What are you doing? Giving him kisses because you stepped on his nuts. Nobody wants you on their lap.
I don't mind it being on my lap. I just want him to lay down and relax.
So last night, I had Tom, my cat.
From MySpace?
Yes. Hey, he was my first friend. I was like, hey man, you up to anything tonight? Well, he's just chilling, like he's like dead asleep. So then I got on Zoom and did a Zoom call after Candyman with Adrian, so we were talking and everything. He got hella jealous that I was giving my attention to somebody else in the room, and got up and was like in my lap, like snuggling into my arm and like pawing at me, and I was like, oh my god, you are such a fucking ham, like so jealous that I'm giving my attention. He wasn't even awake. I was like, you were dead ass asleep, and now you hear that I'm talking to somebody else and giving them like affection over a Zoom, and he's like, no.
Cats. Dogs.
That's what reminded me of it.
Papa doing
You're a lap puppy, just like my cat. Like if
that. So betrayed.
as soon as my lap is in any position that my cat can climb on it, he's like, oh, I'm on your lap. I'm never leaving.
He thinks it's you, but it's not.
All right.
I guess we don't care. Thought he was gonna like
We'll see if that save was a mistake.
growl at me.
I was watching that Ruins Everything show, and they had a segment on video games for one of the episodes, and talking about how toys and clothing too didn't really used to be gendered.
Yeah.
There was like a big,
Oh yeah.
like most clothing for a while was like gender neutral, and then
And like pink was also like
that too,
Gender
yeah.
for-
It was just like whatever, and colors weren't gendered. And then they started doing gender clothing, and then I think in the 70s it went back to like neutral. People were just like wearing bell bottoms and turtlenecks and shit, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it was like whatever. And then in the 80s it switched back again, and that's kind of when the toys started to shift. And the toy aisle specifically was like everything over here is blue and everything over here is pink. These are boy toys, these are girl toys. And then even video games, when they first started, like Atari and stuff, was marketed for the whole family. Like, everyone sit down and play Atari,
Yeah.
And it was just supposed to be interactive for everyone. And then I guess Nintendo came out and was like, well, what do we do? How are we going to do this? And I guess how they decided to go for it was, instead of marketing it as like a video game system, they marketed it as a toy.
Yeah.
But because they did that, they had to pick a side. It's like, okay, let's go boys. And we'll put it in the boys' toys.
Let's go boys.
Let's go boys! And so then that was part of like what started like video games are for guys. Which I guess is super untrue.
And
A
also
lot of like early developers were women.
well, and also it's like it's crazy how much that's just persisted into like modern gaming. It's just like now.
A lot of it's marketing. You know what I mean? Like they don't really market stuff, and they showed like clips of video game ads, and it's all like, dude, it's like they even had one with fucking the dude from Breaking Bad. I forget his name.
Oh, Aaron Paul.
Yeah, he's like, oh, bitch, like in
Yeah.
the commercial. But yeah, all of it's marketed toward dudes.
Well, and then it's like, oh, if we're gonna market to girls, it has to be like girl-centric games, and it's like, no, girls like to play like Mass Effect and
You like adventures too.
Resident Evil, and like
Yeah, and so part of one of the games that tried to shift was one of Nintendo came out with Animal Crossing. I was like, this is like for everybody.
yeah.
But that's what kind of got me thinking about the Mario franchise in general, and how it's like Mario or Luigi or Wario or like those are the ones that get games.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, let's do a Peach game. Like, how dope would that be if the next Mario was Mario Odyssey or Peach's Odyssey?
Peach.
And he got trapped instead.
And Peach had to save him or not.
I would play the fuck out of that, dude.
And she's way better at it. Like she's way more badass than he ever
It's
was.
Like talk through the problems instead of like killing a bunch of turtles.
Yeah, I mean, even with play, like, because I have to play with kids a lot for work, girls always want to, like, oh, you know, let's play house and let's do that. Not always, but it seems, and that's how toys are marketed. Girls' toys are marketed for, like, communication and working together and, like, doing stuff, and boys' toys are like, let's fight.
Yeah,
Let's
that's true.
fuck them up. So I was hanging out-
Reinforcing the aggressive male stereotype.
Yeah, and I was hanging out with a kid. He kept, like,
because you guys are
Fuck out of here.
pussy.
Thanks for coming by, man.
Alright, man. See you later.
Have a good one.
You too.
We'll let you know about the next one.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be.
But yeah, he just kept wanting to fight.
Different.
Like, yeah, dinosaurs, like, let's fight him. And I was like, what? Like, why can't we be friends with this little H transformer? I said, let's go to the pizza parlor and let's go to the movies. And I was like, that's not always, like, we don't always have to fight.
My brother's hella aggressive, and he spent all of his time as a kid playing with like war toys and just like shooting people with. But it makes me think how much of that is actually like part of why.
Oh.
Jill, you're alive.
Yeah. Right,
just
like,
wanna-
and that's kind of what I'm saying, Steve, too, is instead of just
make
it the same thing.
make it the exact same
Start
game, but with the
talking.
option to play as Peach.
Calm down.
Oh,
I didn't
that
want to
too,
do it.
yeah.
Believe me,
Yeah.
I can explain.
Don't
I think
lie
that
to me.
using her, like, float mechanic to make things even just a little bit harder. Because, what was that one that I got?
Sorry, there's actual story stuff happening.
Sorry.
I got distracted.
The one where you
Well,
can play
this
as, like, four
subplot with this
characters.
bitch is gonna take up a little bit, so we're not gonna beat the game because of this subplot with this bitch. That's pretty crazy.
You can be like Mario,
No
Luigi,
time to
Toad, and
talk.
Peach all at the same time.
Jill, hand me my gun.
And it's super dope to use Peach because she's got that float. And so it's like, oh, I can get
Yeah.
here a little easier. I want to check out this Super Peach. I never heard that. But yeah, just have her do the same. Have her throw the crown. Make it Cappy, but with a crown. And do the same shit. And I guess in Mario 2 you can be Peach. Right? But even that wasn't originally supposed to be that way.
Here's the deal. Do I keep Barry's gun because it looks like a fucking absolute hand cannon, and say fuck it, you get killed by Lisa Trevor, but also have a dope gun, but get no help? Because I'm guessing if I give it to him, he helps me kill her, which is going to be much more.
Well, and I
better.
think if he dies, we're probably gonna be more fucked in the long run. So I would say give him the gun.
Yeah. Steven is also voting give him the gun.
And Anthony's deep down the Mario hole now, so.
Oh, I guess it was Princess Toadstool's castle room. As well. Follows Peach's trip to Vibe Island. To rescue Mario and Luigi who have been kidnapped by Bowser.
Hey, can you push this?
Stress trope. One of the best lines.
Shoot her.
Nintendo Switch Super Princess Peach 2. Do we have any more? There you go. May 3rd, 2001.
Wow. Okay. Bye.
What happened?
I'm pretty sure So we're gonna get to know that here in a second. Would you like to take a turn reading, sir?
A family picture. It's a letter. To my Lisa. Day by day, I can feel my consciousness drifting further away. The shots given to me by men in white. This is a woman talking, huh? Men in white clothes made some of Mommy's itching go away. Today they gave me another shot, saying it was nutrition. When they give me the shots, Mommy's can think straight, but Mommy's shocked and sad because Mommy's unable to think of you all the time. Mommy's afraid of forgetting everything, especially the memories of you and Daddy, what your faces look like, how we used to be together, They're all starting to disappear into somewhere dark in my mind. Oh, Lisa, I wish I could touch your face and hold you in my arms right now. You're tearing me apart, Lisa. So that I can hold on to our wonderful memories of you and Daddy. Lisa, we can't stay here any longer. We have to escape. Listen to me, Lisa. Our chance to escape... Lisa! Our chance to escape is the next time when we go to that lab together. We'll both pretend that we are both unconscious, and when that man in white clothes is off guard, that will be our chance. When we're on the outside, let's look for Daddy together. Okay, sweetie? Be strong, Lisa. November 13th, 1967. Jessica Trevor.
So
that was her mom's skull that she had in her head?
Mhm.
Or in her hands?
Oh. She'd be like, hey, Barrett, give me that fucking absolute hand cannon, my dude. Oh, wait. No, don't do that, you dumb. I want back down there. Hey, let's go back down there. Hey.
I was like, I want to go down there. Hey, let's go back down there. Hey.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm saying let's do it.
I don't believe that thing's really dead.
2 Mario 3D.
Leave this place up to
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Go on ahead.
And Rosalina, yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is dope. Yeah, Rosalina's super dope in that game, Steven, because she has like the extra hit. She can flip the little fucking
Guy.
star things, whatever they're called. I forget what they're called. Lunas?
Starfish is slang for a butthole.
Yep.
Any connection here?
Yeah.
Give him the gun! Let's do it, dude. Girls play games too.
I love peace. I'll kill every man, woman, and child I have to get it. That's
Ain't
my
that the
motto.
truth?
What do I do here? What do I do? Ah. Did I grab those? I sure didn't. Time to go back to a box.
How much longer do we have left?
This is like the last section of the game. I don't know what the puzzles are like, how long it takes.
Yeah, it's a bummer because I know a few women who game online and sometimes they just use a voice changer. Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. Is like,
really?
yeah, like as soon as a woman
are
gets
super
on
toxic.
into like a game like chat room or whatever, the guys will just start immediately like attacking her. Like you like
You're
why are you
stupid.
here? Like you can't play,
Oh,
like that kind of stuff.
That's so fucking dumb.
Yeah, or like a lot of girls will play without voice on, so that the guys don't know that they're a woman. It's very sad. I grew up playing video games with my sister, so it's never like made any sense to me that girls wouldn't like video games.
Yeah, I never really thought about that.
My sister had a dope Kirby in Melee.
Yeah, and we all played the same games too, so it's not like my sister was just as into like all the same games as I was. Like, yeah, I was into stuff like Spyro, but also, I don't know. I'm trying to think if I played any hardcore games when I was a kid. We used to play Medal of Honor together a lot.
I was thinking like along the same lines as the Peach thing, they could do like a Zelda one. They can just call it Link. Let you play as Zelda.
Link, a Zelda to the past.
I want to make a fucking Zelda movie, dude. Live action. Would you fuck with that?
I don't know.
I think at this point, if they were gonna do anything, I would be more into like an animated series on Netflix.
Didn't that already happen?
Nah.
I know they made
had-
a show way back in the day, and it
Yeah.
was awful. Excuse me, princess.
Yeah. Well, and they've given Zelda enough like
Yeah.
cool
Like, why not?
cool treatment that like she's badass.
Well, like in Ocarina of Time, Sheik is tight.
tight.
Okay, which one is this one? Come on. Wolf-shaped emblem carved
A circular
inside.
depression. I know that pretty well.
Mhm.
Tell me about it.
No, not combine, you goober. You did it. Yeah, I'm talking about me.
You're a goober?
Yeah, I'm the goober.
Goofy goober.
Yeah, I'm excited for Breath of the Wild 2 or whatever they're fucking calling it, but I hope it's not just the same game. Like, I want there to be something new about it to make it exciting.
Well, it looks like they're adding a ton of new Sheikah Slate powers. And then, the verticality of it.
Oh, we're going upward?
Yeah. I showed you the trailer.
In one eye, not the other.
The brown eye? in that eye?
No. My brown eyes, not my butthole.
My brown eyes.
These eyes are brown. These eyes have brown, a lot of brown.
Ooh, you got brown eyes. Ooh, you got brown eyes.
Are you cozy? What is
In his starfish and out the other.
that? Achievement unlocked. When the magic happens, we about to enter the bedroom? Yeah, I watched a speed run for Sunshine.
Uh-huh.
I was like, is this real? That's just crazy.
Yeah,
what
I
people
mean,
can
Is
do,
that where
dude.
they just watch the movie Sunshine? And
Yeah, fast
Yeah,
forward to
fast
that.
forward,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I was like, honestly, it took me fucking an hour to get through one place, and you did the whole game.
Oh, hell yeah.
Raven.
We've got 3 more Ravens. Ravens!
What do we think about how much we have left? Is it going to be something that's manageable tonight, or is it going to be like another?
If you give me like an hour tops, I think I have fun with it. But if you think it's gonna be more than that, even like an hour and one, no.
Steven, based on our rate of play, how long do you think it's going to take us to get through lab? Couple hours left. Okay, so we've got one more session then.
Okay, so we should probably just call it since we're at a safe spot before we get into the end game.
Yeah.
Game's done quick.
Yeah, we can sit and chit chat for a little bit.
This felt like a heck of a lot of progress, though.
I mean, we're
We're in the laboratory,
Yeah.
which is the end, right?
Yep.
Well, they made a new Contra.
Oh, and next week I'll be off at 5:30 instead of 6:30, so we can start. We can start a little earlier.
Trade.
Think about it. Damn dog.
Stupid dog, you made me look bad.
What do you say? Game's done quick?
Yeah, game's done quick. It's like typically a biannual event. They'll do like a summer and then a winter games done quick, and it's like a huge live stream thing on Twitch.
Oh, really?
And basically they'll have like people who are like top of their field in specific categories, and they'll go through and like submit like a run that they want to do. So sometimes they'll be be trying to get the world record, which isn't super common. But like, or they'll have like a specialty run, or that uses what in the industry is called swag strats, like stuff that's meant to go fast but also look really cool doing it. And so they'll like be like, all right, I'm gonna do a run in tip my personal best is 16 minutes. I'm gonna do it in 20, and I'm gonna do these specific things.
That's cool.
I saved, right?
I don't think so. We're doing our charges.
Oh yeah, we're good. Yeah.
Oh, we did. All right. That way a bit spooky. Well, I'm pretty tired, so I'm gonna say thanks to all y'alls. Where's the camera? Over here?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for coming to this stream.
Thanks.
You're the real most valuable player.
MVP.
Yeah. He's the real most valuable player because he's been the only player.
I played a little bit.
I touched the controller once.
Yeah, no, I that's one thing that I will really hope that will change in the next game is that I'll get you two involved a little more because it's definitely an easier game to control.
If this game, so if the second game feels similar enough to this, I would say I would almost not be opposed to playing like 2 or 3 sessions of Resident Evil and then doing a stream that's us playing something that's like fun and collaborative, like I don't know, Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
Keeping it in the theme, and then that way we get like a palate cleanser, and then can jump back in the next stream with the doing this.
There's also this 12 minutes game. It's kind of in the meta right now. Basically, it's like a top-down, like story-based game. It's made by Annapurna, the film company.
That's weird.
And it stars, I think, Willem Dafoe, Daisy Ridley, and then somebody else. And basically, it's these 2 people who are in a room. They're a couple. They're in a room together, and like it plays out in a time loop over 12 minutes. And Willem Dafoe is a cop that keeps showing up, and like it ends poorly, and then everything resets, and then the guy keeps living it over and over and over again. You have to try to make the decisions to get them out.
That's super cool.
The game only lasts 12 minutes?
Well, no, so it's
Well, the loop
each
is
loop
12
is 12
minutes.
minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll get used to it, bud. But also, thanks for coming.
And thanks for watching.
And thanks for watching.
You little pervert.
We're
We're signing off or what?
Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and call it a night. We've been going for. I wish we hadn't had the technical difficulties we had early, but got those all worked out.
Once again,
still can't figure out what the hell they were. They literally we've had like maybe 200 dropped frames in the entire 2 hours since that happened.
Wow.
Weird.
I don't know what that means, but wow.
It's like a lens crafters when you're looking at eyeglasses.
Yeah.
And you drop them.
If I went to Lens after this dropped 200 frames, I'd run the fuck out of there.
All right. Well, we've been Porcelain Peak.
We have
your strange and scary podcast friends.
New episode Monday.
Yeah, come join us Monday for the Todd Browning Awards.
Lean in a little on game.
For the Todd Browning Awards. See who won those awards. Good night. Good luck. Stay safe. Eat your vegetables.
We'll see you next Friday.
Stay hydrated.
Keep it creepy.